up, everybody? This is Logan Hanks with the Living Fully Loaded podcast. Stoked today. Got another. The Goon Squad has returned. We got Chris and Brent back. Just your favorite three idiots here. It's when this episode drops, it will be 2021. It's actually 2020, so we're essentially traveling to the future right now. Chris, did you ever think you'd be a time traveler?
No, never. Never in my life.
Well, here we are.
Dude, maybe I'm just a pessimist, but I really hope I hope 2021 is a lot better than 2020, which I'm sure Chris will go into it. You know, he's talked about he's had a pretty good year for all the craziness that has gone on, but I have a feeling that 2021 is going to be equally as strange. Maybe not hit us as hard as 2020, but with all the unknowns, but I feel like it could be equally as weird.
I fully expect it to be, and that's actually when I was doing a podcast earlier today, me and the dude were talking about it's like people have this vision that we're going to wake up in 2021 and everything is going to be back to normal.
Everybody's goodbye 2020, see you later 2020, and 2021 is going to come in. And
yeah, I saw a thing. Yeah, it was like 20. They were like, you think 2020 is bad? Wait till it turns 21 and starts drinking. Was the thing I saw. So, like, and that's man. I don't know. I'll tell you where it's going to get weird. And I'm pretty excited. Did you see where they've got Trump signed a thing where the Pentagon has to release their
UFO file? Yeah, the UFO files. Yes, sir.
Dude, I am pumped up for that.
I kept telling y'all the last time we were here, man. Them suckers are real. They're out there, man. What's the dude's name? The one that everybody they think is crazy.
Bob Lazar.
That's it. Yeah, Bob Lazar.
Yeah.
He can name like to a T, like the exact size of UFOs. He can tell you what they do, like what they look like, this and that. Like things that he saw there, and everybody thinks he's nuts. I'm telling you, that guy's legit. No, man.
Bob is legit. I believe he's legit. I've watched,
and his stories never change.
No, that's what I found him like. Shoot, man, I read his story like 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. And then Netflix came out with the like Bob Lazar show, and his story is exactly the same. And then I listened to him on Joe Rogan, and his stuff stayed the same. Yep. And that's what I'm like, if a dude was lying,
the story's going to change somewhere. Yeah, it doesn't matter how good of a liar you are. Something is going to change somewhere. Yeah. And that dude, man, he's everything's always been on point. So
it has. We're like the alien hunters on here because for some reason when we get together, UFOs and aliens is
it's mainly my fault. So
it's a good topic, Chris. Let's hear your thoughts, man.
I don't believe in ET. That's just me.
Dude, how can I just okay?
I don't believe it.
I feel like I'm on like an unconventional like path of trying to convince people that aliens are real, but
they might be, but I don't know.
It's just always been my thought that like once you really realize how big that our universe is and where they have proven like how many other, I guess, universes or galaxies are out there. Like, we are so tiny, like, and it's just hard to believe that we're the only, like, intelligent life, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. In that big of a space. We might be, I don't know, but it just, I'm not convinced we're the only ones here.
Yeah, man, that's what I go back and forth.
We are the only ones here
that you know of.
What are they like? Are they high? Is it like Sasquatch?
I don't know. Did you ever watch Signs?
No.
You couldn't see them.
You didn't watch Signs?
No. I did.
They hid in the corn.
That's right. Well, all the damn corn's cut. They ain't hiding nowhere right
now. And that's kind of, if they're here, that's kind of like, it reminds me of me and my dad talked about, I asked him when I was younger if he believed in ghosts. And he said, no, I don't believe in ghosts. And I said, how you not believe in ghosts? I was probably like, 12 or 13. And he said, because growing up, he used to coon hunt all the time.
Yep.
And him and his buddy, man, they'd run. This was like back before there was a ton of houses. So I mean, they'd coon hunt all over. And he said, the places I coon hunted, he said, if ghosts were real, I'd have been gotten a long time ago. He said, being out there.
There's a couple guys. There's a couple guys around these parts that have sworn up and down that they've seen Bigfoot coon hunting before.
I'd love to get into coon hunting, really.
I would too.
I just think we didn't got to. I don't have the land to have a dog. I don't want to listen to him bark all night. But man, you talking about cutting loose on a Tuesday or Wednesday night for a couple hours, man. Listen to them dogs run.
Yeah. Oh, that's what the problem now is. There's a house everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like even that's what Dad and I, because like I said, he's probably had I don't know, he's had 10 or 12 coon dogs probably.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. He said I wouldn't even want one now because he said even with us farming, we don't have like a big block that's just isolated. Like everywhere we have. I mean, the dog would get off the property pretty easy, and so it's tough, man. You need a lot of ground to really run good dogs like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you still got Shelby Forest and
you've got a lot of
places like that,
public ground.
But if you want to get in shape, you go turn out down there and get up in them bluffs.
Yeah,
you'd be right in a couple of weeks.
I wonder if many people do coon hunt the public.
They used to have a bunch of, like, I don't know what you call them, like tournaments or something.
Yeah.
And they'd do that, and one of our good buddies used to be real big into it. He'd go to the park and kill 3 coons a night.
Really?
Easy.
Dang.
And coon hunts are, I guess I don't know, some nights you might be out there till 3 a.m. Sometimes you're back at 9. It just kind of depends. But
yeah.
I'd like to get into it. It seems like you don't have a lot of like trapper,
No.
Like, a lot of small game hunters anymore.
No.
Kind of like a lost deal.
Yeah. That's what squirrel hunting is what I've been wanting to get back into.
Oh, I love shooting squirrels.
See, that was my dad. That's probably my dad's favorite.
Yeah.
And I used to go with him, and I just got out of it. Now, trapping, I enjoy trapping. That's something that I'm trying to get more into.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, out of necessity, I've been running a lot of beaver traps because they've been hammering some of our farms, but which I enjoy running beaver traps.
Yeah, beaver traps. Yeah, that's one. But the other stuff, I just can't do it.
You can't do the leg traps and all that? Why not?
No, I just don't like it, man. It's weird. Call me a yup, but I don't. But I can. I don't know. One, I don't have the time to be going out every day and checking them like you're supposed to. That's one of my biggest issues with it is people that trap, they don't do it right, and they leave foot traps and stuff like that out, and then don't go check them for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
You know, your potential of trapping an animal that night that you put the trap out, are decent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're supposed to run them like every 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
But now they see, and I don't.
But I know it's an American tradition.
Yeah.
And and I don't have anything. I don't have anything against. Yes, sir.
Bush.
I don't have anything against anybody who does it at all. But it's just not for me.
Yeah. Well, and I never realized that the traps they got to have rubber jaws on them in Tennessee.
Yep.
That was like one of the weird things because when I found some old like leg traps that were probably my grandpa's out in like the little storage room over there, and they were like spring steel.
Yeah.
But they were all metal, and I was gonna kind of clean them up and be like, man, I wonder if I could still use these, which they've probably, they're rusty. At this point, they probably wouldn't even have enough pressure to like catch anything.
Right.
But then when I got into trapping, I realized that you got to actually have rubber jaws on like the leg holds and all that. So, man, I've done a little bit of it. It's fun. It's almost like fishing to me because you never know what you're going to come up on.
That's right.
Which it's 90% of the time on leg holds for me, it's a freaking coon or a possum.
Yeah. Well, and see, that's what I'm talking about. Like a possum. Like I have
that's the old turkey egg snatcher, man.
Yeah. But you're better off taking coons out for that. A possum they'll destroy a nest, but not as much as coons.
I think it'd be more popular, like especially like killing coyotes and stuff. It was like back in the day. I think Brent said his dad used to sell hides too. If you could get money for it.
Yeah.
The biggest thing for me is shooting it and not like.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, throw him in a ditch. I guess that kind of hurts. But now if you can get money for him,
Yeah.
I'd be smoking them.
Well, and that's a bad thing because them beavers that I've been killing, I skinned some, but the hide ain't worth nothing.
And a beaver is a freaking tough animal to deal with, dude.
It is a nightmare to skin them.
That's what I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's just like a squirrel. Squirrels suck too, man.
Yeah. Dad made him a little thing that it's got like 2 feet kind of like this, and you hook their legs in it and they can peel the skin down. But
Sock them.
yeah, but man, the freaking beavers, I'll have to sharpen a knife like 4 or 5 times trying to skin them out.
That's a tough animal.
It is. They're
now
not
you can sell. There's a gland.
the castor gland.
There's a gland that used for is it perfume and stuff like that?
This is a castor oil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that beaver scent on.
Yeah.
It's 2 of them. They actually make vanilla flavoring.
That's right. That's what it is. Yeah, vanilla flavoring. I knew there was a weird one. I remember reading perfume, but I forgot it was the vanilla flavoring.
Yeah, it's stout too, man.
The old beeve.
Yeah. when
Got
you
that beaver on.
yeah.
Boy.
Oh, dude, when you skin them out, yeah, it's like 2 sacks in there, and I think you can get pretty good money for those.
You can.
Yeah, I've heard those actually are pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
But a lot of old trappers will cut them out and they'll use them to make a lure.
Right.
So I don't know. It's cool to me because it's like a lost craft or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's not a lot of people trapping anymore at all. It used to be big back in the day, and I mean, I kind of wish people would get back into it because. My dad and them used to hunt rabbits. They'd kill 10 rabbits every time we went, man. You lucky to see 10 rabbits now.
But it does seem like the rabbits are kind of making a little bit of a comeback, though.
Yeah.
Starting to see more and more.
We see them more. That's one thing we pay attention to during harvest because, like even just a few years ago, we never saw rabbits.
Yep.
And, man, every now and then we'll get into some fields and we'll see 14 or 15 rabbits.
Right.
And that's what Dad and I are always like, we need to come out here and rabbit hunt.
Rabbit hunt. Yeah, man. Yeah.
What's cool is on one of my farms, my neighbor has been putting quail out. He's done built some quail houses, and he's been releasing quail. And man, I was cutting beans on one of my farms, or on that farm last year, and I was cutting at like 10 o'clock at night, and had the lights on, and man, them quail would scare the crap out of you because you would be cutting, and all of a sudden it'd just be, right at the header, like, because I can't see them, but all of a sudden it'd just be like, fly up. And so,
what's the word for a group of them? Is it a covey?
Covey.
Covey. That's right.
Yeah, is it covey or covey?
Covey.
A covey of quail.
Yeah, it might be covey.
A covey of quail.
Covey of
COVID of quail. It is. That's. It's Covey. I don't know how it's pronounced,
Covey.
but
Covey.
Covey or Covey's what I would envision, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's what it's cool.
I'm so tired. I don't want to see. I'd be happy if I never saw the letters COV.
Yeah. Dude, that's man.
I'm over it, man.
I am too.
But I feel like it's far from over.
I think it's definitely far from over. Are you going to get the vaccine?
That's
a hell no.
Or is your work requiring you?
No. Well, I don't think, which somebody might slay me on this, but I don't think it, because I believe it's still in a testing phase.
Yeah.
I don't believe you can legally mandate it yet. I don't think. But it was offered to me and I opted out.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I just don't know enough about it. And people will come back with the argument saying that like there's been SARS studies for forever and this but I'm to go back to a meat and potatoes argument. It took them forever to come up with a flu vaccine, and it's still only, I don't know the accurate number, but like 65%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me they just came out with a COVID vaccine? I don't know. Call me a tinfoil hat, but I don't trust it yet.
Dude, that's what one of the. All right, I just had shameless plug, but I had Kip Folks on, and he for people. If you don't know right now, then I'm offended because you didn't listen to the prior podcast episode that's coming out actually tomorrow. But by the time this comes out, that one will be out. So if somebody's listening to this one now and is like, who is that guy? Then shame on you for not listening. But Kip was with Under Armour. I mean, he was one of the co-founders, and we talked a lot of COVID. And he talked about, I said something about conspiracy theories because I got a lot of weird feelings about the corona crap,
right?
The vaccine and all that.
Yep.
And Kip said something that, man, it really stood out to me. He said, man, I can tell you, he said, I worked with $1 billion company and conspiracy theories are real.
Yeah.
He said, I'm telling you right now, he said, when you get to the level of billions of dollars of money or more, he said, you would be really surprised at the things that take place.
Wow.
So, I mean, I can speculate, but that dude he's been there.
Right.
And I mean, straight up, that's what he said. He said conspiracy theories are real. So,
well, what is it? Well, like, hold on. I mean, yeah, they're real, but is it like talking about like the context in them's real? Like they're like talking about like there's truth in conspiracy theories?
Yes.
Okay.
Like talking about, because we were talking about the vaccine. Like, I mean, he said he's not getting it.
Right.
And he was laughing about it, and he was like, they pushed this thing through. And me and him, we both talked about like, all right, how long have we been battling cancer in the United States? I mean, my gosh, man, what is it like? I don't know, what, 80 years? I mean, 60 years?
time.
It's been a long time.
I ain't so sure they ain't got a cure for that and just won't put it out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Look at I would venture to say trillions of dollars have been made through that.
But as soon as you say that, somebody's going to come back and be like, you mean to tell me that you think that they have a cure and they just don't want to put it out? And or they don't want to get, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. And it's not like man, their greed makes some people do some awful stuff.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, money's the root of all evil.
It is. It is. So,
but I like it.
But they, but I mean, you look at it like as far as like cancer, any kind of cancer, man. They study hard, like really hard on that stuff, and then you come up with some miracle vaccine for this stuff.
Yep.
In what, 8 months?
Yeah.
No, you ain't shooting that at me.
No, that's me.
I don't
man.
even get the flu shot.
I don't either.
I don't get none of it.
No.
They didn't have that back in the day. I'm an old school guy. They wasn't taking shots of nothing. I ain't either.
This is like the flu preventative here.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. That's it right there.
If
it will catch on fire, it's
Yep, it's burning everything out of me that don't need to be in there.
there's just certain stuff, man. I don't believe in it.
I'm with you. And
like aliens.
I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. I would believe in Bigfoot before I believe in it.
You've lost your mind.
No, hey, tell you what I want to know is what's in the freaking ocean. I want them to quit going to space, and I want them to study the ocean.
Oh, yeah. Probably like, what's that big, what was that shark?
Megalodon, man.
Meg.
Yeah, Meg.
There might be one of them jokers out there.
Never know.
I think it's like an insanely small percentage of the ocean that
it's actually been explored.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. And some of the weird creatures that I've seen that they know are in there, man, I want to know what the crap else is down there.
Right. What is that one giant that crevice that's down the crate? What's it called?
I know what you're talking about, but
the name escapes me, but they said that thing is so freaking deep. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way of getting down there. They eventually they'll come up with something to get down there, and
with the
freaking
pressure.
Meg is down there chilling.
Yeah. What's some little fish? You got that little light coming out there.
An angler
Hey,
fish.
that sucker's got some teeth. Looks like a skeleton down there.
It does.
Like, what? I'd like to hook one of them.
Yeah. Well, that's what could you imagine how like terrifying that'd be though? Like to me, it would actually be scarier to go down into like the pits of the ocean than to fly to space.
I would 10 times rather go to space.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like even being in a submarine would freak me out.
Yeah.
Well, you see the little things, those little yellow little mini submarines they go down in. Hell no.
No.
That is a large hell no.
Yeah, that's right. You get down there and your little window starts cracking. You better take this son of a bitch up to the top.
No
I
way.
ain't messing with it.
That's what I don't get. Like, we got all these drones and stuff, though. They can't build something that can handle the pressure down there. I mean, like, man, I think they could do it.
They can do it. I mean, you're building something that can fly all the way out of space.
Yeah.
And not get burned up.
Yeah. That's what I want to know. I mean, and space fascinates me, but like, we're here. I'd kind of like to know what the heck else is in the water.
I don't know. That freaks me out more.
In space?
For sure.
No,
for sure.
It does me too.
Like I said, if I had to go to one, if I either had to go to the bottom of the ocean or if I had to go to space, my ass is going to space.
Take me to the moon.
Dude, I'm with you. I'm with you because like space, the way I kind of see it, you go to space, there might be, there's a slim chance you might see something.
An alien.
Yeah. But you go to the bottom of the ocean, there's freaking something down there.
100% there's something down there.
Yeah, there's something that can live down there.
And what kind of creature would have to be down there?
And it's dark. I mean, you can't see nothing.
Yeah. Man.
Well, you look at a lot of those things that they found, even like I think the anglerfish, I want to say a lot of the stuff down there, they're blind.
Oh, really?
I don't think they can see. I don't think I could totally be off, but I don't know that they can see very well. But
that would make sense. I mean, yeah, because it's freaking
pitch black dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't see.
Yeah.
It's all about senses, and I guess like a bat, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang. But, yeah, man, I don't know. It's crazy, man. The Earth and galaxy and all that stuff, but I do highly recommend the Bob Lazar documentary.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Chris, you would enjoy it.
Man, I don't know.
And
you would.
I'm very
you would come
very
back a believer.
Complicated guy. Like I don't want to think about aliens, and I just it's one less thing I ain't got to worry about.
I walk outside one day and Chris is for real. He's just sitting there. He's just like.
And he's got on a UFO shirt.
That's one less thing I ain't even getting into.
He's like, dude, they might be real.
Yeah, it might be real. Y'all were right. All right, what about ghosts, Chris?
Nah, I don't believe in ghosts.
So
what do you consider a ghost?
Yeah.
You consider like Casper, like
I wish I had a Casper.
yeah, like a Casper ghost. Or are we talking like spirits?
Maybe like back in the day when I was younger, but now that I'm older, no, not really.
Demons? What about demons?
No, I'll kill that son of a bitch. I don't believe in no demons.
Well, the Bible says demons
I was
are
going to
real.
say that's it.
Well, they ain't at my house.
Oh, okay. So as long as they're not at Chris's house, they're not real. All right.
Unless I can see it, I ain't worried about it.
Hey, I'll tell you, that made me think of
Now, I've had my hair stand up on my neck going in the woods in the morning and stuff like that. Be like, oh man, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And it might be, but like I said, I'm so simple minded. I don't even
just don't go there.
I don't even go into that because I'll be confused myself. The next thing I know, I'll be scared. Like Nicole, my wife, jumped up because the ice maker on the fridge will dump sometimes in the middle of the night. She's like, "Hey, what is that?" I'm like, "I don't know. Go sleep."
Yeah.
It's the ice maker.
Yeah.
And so I just. Man, I don't know. It's like my little girl now. She's always thinks there's a monster somewhere. And I laugh about it, but.
So if your wife like heard something, would you be like, go see what it is, but leave the gun in case he gets past you?
No, if I heard some like something threatening, like some racket that I ain't heard before, I will get up. Yeah. And go in there because you never know. Some dude might be walking around the kitchen. I don't know.
Yeah.
But as far as like spirits,
just some random dude walking around in the kitchen.
Yeah, like if I go in there and there's a damn goblin on my kitchen sink, I'm just gonna be like, what the hell you want?
Yeah. If it's a dude, Chris will be like, at least it ain't a ghost.
Yeah.
At least you ain't a gremlin, man. Get what you want and leave me alone.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know, man. I've had some weird experiences, but I've had some people that are close to me that have had some really weird experiences that they like. I mean, and they ain't blowing smoke. They've had some. So I don't know. I've always wanted to see a ghost. If they're real, I want to know.
Well, it depends on who it is. Like, what ghost would you want to see?
Well, I don't know, man.
Like, could you imagine you walk in there and you're like, and there's Adolf Hitler standing there, and you're like, what the hell?
I would have a lot of questions.
I would. Yeah, a lot of questions. Yeah, for sure.
So, did you really kill yourself? Or did you die on an island? Because I used to watch that. What was that? Where they tried hunting
Hitler.
I'm into stuff like that. Like, I watch like old World War movies, documentaries and stuff like that. And it is crazy, like what they came up with and what they thought was like high technology back then.
Yeah.
And I would be into, I'm into stuff like that.
Like history type stuff. Now I get into that. I like Western, especially like, now I'm drawing a blank, but Kip and all the frontiersmen and stuff. I like that a lot.
For sure.
Yeah.
Which is something really cool. Man, we're covering a lot of bases tonight, but hey, that's what we do, man. But Daniel Boone, I always thought he was super cool. And did y'all watch that Frontiersmen, Men Who Built America?
Mm-mm.
Did you watch it?
No, I haven't.
Man, it's good. But it was pretty wild. Boone, man, they killed me back then because all them freaking Indians. I mean, when I hear the stories, I'm like, dang, man, these dudes are freaking savages, man. And, like would wear like intestines around their neck. And Joe Rogan, did you ever read the book Empire of the Summer Moon? Well, I got into that book. I heard him talk about it. Good God, man! Like the stuff they would do, like they like drag
what the Indians would do.
Yeah, man, they'd like drag babies behind horses and like that. Like, and even one of the soldiers, the Indians, I can't remember. They were hunting the Comanches, and there was another tribe that was helping. Man, I wish I could remember the name of the other tribe. Not Tonkas or something, but they were helping some of the soldiers hunt the Comanche. And they killed some Comanche, and the group of Indians with the like white men cooked some of them and ate them. And they were trying to get the white dudes to eat the Indians because they were like, you'll absorb their powers. They were like,
their
no.
From that weed they were smoking.
Yeah, that peyote.
This is a Rogan suggested book.
Yes, okay. But it's
it's all coming together.
Hey, it's a historical book though. It's about the rise of the Comanches.
Right.
Because before horses, they were like bumbling idiots. Like literally, that's what they were like, the tribe everyone made fun of. And then they got horses and became like super badass horsemen, and they could like ride, and they would slaughter people on horses.
And leave it though, what was old boy's name? Old John came over and just went ahead and poked old Pocahontas. Leave it to the old white man.
Was that John Adams?
Old John
Adams
came on in. Damn, girl. And then a war started.
Damn.
I mean, if you lay it out, that's basically what happened.
That's pretty much what happened.
Oh, you look pretty good. You know what? I like this land. I believe we're going to take it.
Pocahontas.
Yep. Yeah. But it's crazy, man, back then. And then people talk about like hard times now and people being like violent or something. Yeah. Holy crap, man. Back then, if somebody thought you cheated in a game of cards, they'd blow your brains out.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Definitely a lot tougher. I remember we were talking about, man, I wish it was back to the good old days. And there was this old man over there. He said, I don't ever want to go back to the good old days. I was like, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Not having no air conditioning, things you take advantage of every day.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the level of easy that we have it now is, I mean, it's good. Like he would, like, he's saying, the old man was saying, I don't want to go back to the good old days.
Yeah.
But in a sense, man, like where do we go from here? I feel like we're building a generation of, and people are going to be like, this guy sounds like such a boomer, but I mean, like just the softness.
Yeah.
There's no getting away from it. You know, everything is so easy and so right there when you want it. You know, impulse, this and that. I don't know.
Well, and I think that's why
there needs to be balance.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, some people, which I like lifting weights. You do jiu-jitsu. Chris,
I eat Christmas tree
there you
cakes.
go. Chris eats those saturated fat
the
cakes.
Holy Grail. When the Christmas tree cakes come out, I'm done.
But no, I mean, I think you see people pursuing essentially like, I mean, pain and hardship.
Right.
And I think that, like, you know, back then they didn't have to fabricate hardship.
Right.
Like guys back in those days, frontiersmen, a dude wasn't like out doing bench press in his yard or doing jujitsu because it's like he just got done building a house after he chopped down the trees, and then a group of Indians came in and like shot him in the leg with an arrow. Like he's so if somebody was like, "Hey man, you want to go lift weights?" He would probably shoot that guy. Like I mean. So, you know, it's funny.
Can you imagine if we did go back in time, like we go back up to freaking house raising and building, and all of a sudden, like another group of guys come in, they're like, you know what, I want his stuff, and they just start shooting you.
It's like, what the crap?
Yeah, that's basically all you had to do back in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, just freaking. I mean, just kill him. Like, hell,
this is mine.
You know what?
Yeah.
I have more guns than him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. I don't know, man. And I love Tombstone and Jeremiah Johnson. And Jeremiah Johnson is funny. That's like one of my favorite movies. But gosh, that guy's life is terrible. When
Oh yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, like and when things finally start going right with this woman, and they got that kid. Like, I mean, they get a house and everything's nice, and then they get slaughtered.
Yeah.
And he spends like the rest of his time killing off Indians that keep trying to kill him.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like, dang, man. I don't know. We're in too easy of times. So yeah, we like to. I mean, you seek out difficulty, I guess.
Yeah.
We hear Rogan always talk about it, struggle. You know, embrace struggle or seek out struggle, or people of any kind of greatness always come from struggle. But but the fact that, like you're saying, that we have to hunt for it. You know?
It's just it's a, if you really think about it, it's kind of comical that we seek out hardship,
right?
Because that's I've thought about that. Like, thought back to the frontier. I mean, those dudes didn't seek it out. It was literally their life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they had to deal with.
Yeah.
Chris, what struggle do you seek out?
I streak no struggle. I don't want to be cussed.
Yeah.
I had to mess with a damn toilet this morning, and that was a struggle. I was like, God dang, the toilet stopped up. I had to mess with it.
If you could travel to any time, because like I said, this is like the time travel episode here, because we're going into the 2021. So let's travel sometimes. If you could travel to any year at time, where would you go?
Man, probably, I'm gonna say somewhere, I don't know, it's kind of somewhere between the 60s. Well, I was born in the 80s, but maybe be more like my age now in the 80s. You ever watch that show, Hee Haw?
Yeah.
Man, there were some hot-ass chicks back then.
They were all Playboy bunnies on that show, weren't they?
Dude,
I think they were
I
all.
was sitting there, I'm like, man, these chicks are hot, man.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they were playmates.
Ain't that the time when they called it the baby boomers? Hell, everybody was hitting it back then. That's a good time to be alive.
Well, yeah, the 60s, that's like the drug experimentation.
Oh yeah, dude,
time,
60s, the 60s, 70s.
That's what I'm picturing Chris now, like some flowers around his head.
Man.
He's like putting a little LSD on his tongue.
Snoting the line, freaking cranking back in my Camaro. The good time.
Shoot, snorting a line, that's probably the easy stuff back in. They were like acid tripping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, seeing Daffy Duck while you're driving down the interstate.
Dude, those psychedelics, man, freak me out.
I don't know, man. I can't get on board with the psychedelics.
Yeah.
Like, I get.
Now, okay, hey, listen, guy, be easy, okay? You don't want to upset the Oregonians.
Yeah.
It's micro dosing, okay, to help with the, Now, I'm not like I don't want to sound like I'm making fun of that, but everybody's reasoning is saying that they've legalized those kind of drugs up there to help with PTSD.
Yeah.
And I forget what else. I forget what the other one was, but still, man. You start. I mean, it's just like it starts somewhere. You know what I mean?
And that's not. I don't know. And the way I kind of look at it is, you're not really addressing the issue at hand.
Right.
Like if you're taking a drug to cope, I'll say now I don't know a lot about them. I haven't like really researched how it works, but I know Rogan, he loves him some psychedelics. But
have you ever done shrooms?
That's going to be a big negative.
Have you?
No.
I was going to say, I've never done them. I've seen them. It
freaks me out. I'm interested. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I'm interested. But
the only shrooms I try to do is I try to find them morels. I'd like to eat
those are good.
Yeah, those are good.
Have you not had them?
No, I've never had them. I've tried to find them, and I've never.
The fungus chicken?
They say it's a chicken of the woods.
That's right. That's it.
It tastes just like chicken.
Yeah, and I've never been able to find any, but I'd sure like to try them. They say you fry them jokers up, man, and they're on time.
Yeah, we cut them up, slice them up, and put them in the skillet.
Yeah,
they're good.
I'd love to try them. But they are. Unless you find like a big patch, I think they're pretty hard to find.
Yeah, they come in at like one time.
Yeah,
and they're only there for a little bit.
And is it around turkey season?
I think so.
Yeah, it's around
April.
It's around turkey season, I think, when they come in.
Now the shrooms, I've seen them because we got cattle, and they grow in cow crap.
Yep.
And we've actually caught people with bags picking shrooms.
Yeah.
Dad and them would run them off and be like cussing them, getting them out of there, and they'd drop like a bag, and it'd be full of shrooms.
Man, that's crazy.
I'm pretty sure that they like boil them. Don't they boil them and drink it and make like a tea?
Yeah, something.
Boy, got that shroom tea.
There's also, I'm pretty sure there's different ways that you can kind of cook them or whatever. I've seen some that are wrapped in like tinfoil and stuff like that that they've, I guess, baked or whatever.
You eat them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think so. I think. I don't know. Don't get me to line.
It's that. What do they call it? Psilocybin? Is that what it is?
That's it. Yeah, psilocybin.
We would be terrible drug addicts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We don't even know what half the stuff is.
No.
What is that? Let me hit that.
Yeah, we'd end up dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
but I don't think psychedelics, I don't think they kill you. I don't think.
I don't know. I don't know. I know. Well, I know acid and LSD is essentially poison. It probably would kill you. But now I know some guys that have done shrooms. And one dude, he really enjoyed them. He liked it.
Well, that's how it is for some people. That's how they are. Like that's how Rogan talks about it. Like
he loves it.
That says the euphoric experience or whatever you get or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you see into your future, into your past and stuff like that. Other people like me, see like the spiders and shit crawling all over.
That's what I was gonna say. My other buddy, he had a bad trip.
Yeah.
Like he ate some, and he rode a crotch rocket, and he ate them, and he said he was driving home, and he said the street lights started melting or something while he was driving, and then all the cars were seemed like they were coming together following him, so he was flying trying to get away.
That's safe. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. In that sense, I think they could kill you, and that you'd probably be trying to get the hell away. And
yeah,
it's I thought that was acid or something. I remember somebody tripped out and they saw Daffy Duck coming out of the ceiling with a knife trying to kill him or something.
Oh,
that
God.
probably was acid.
Man, that'll freaking mess. You be all kind of just I don't agree with any of that shit.
No.
Yeah, no.
Anything makes you start seeing something ain't right.
No. No, and that's, obviously I'm drinking bourbon.
Well, no, at least beer, you see better. You see double of what you're looking at. It ain't melting.
That's a good point.
You know
that is a good point. You know what?
You're man, I can see you twice now.
Yeah, now I can see you twice as good as before. Man, that's true, man. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, you actually gain an advantage.
But yeah, Daffy ain't climbing out of your beer can about to stab you in the face.
Oh my God. So
I'm almost 1,000%. That's what would happen to me.
Yeah.
If I did a psychedelic.
I feel like I would too. I'd probably have a bad trip.
Sure.
And then you'd see me naked running through the streets or something on the news the next morning.
Ricky Bug, I'm on fire.
Yeah.
Help me, Tom Cruise.
What did the guy eat or whatever that bit that guy's face off? And like, you remember several years ago,
bath salts.
Bath salt?
Bath salts.
Was that like literally like Epsom bath salt?
That's when the zombie thing started talking
zombies.
about.
I don't know what all is in bath salts or whatever, but I know that stuff is freaking rowdy.
It must be freaking ate a hobo's face or something on there.
And I think they shot him several times. I believe, and that sucker.
Did they kill him finally?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. I could be off, but
who was that rapper that got on something real bad and he cut his pecker off and jumped off the roof?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't think he was a very well known rapper, but he got on the.
It was Tupac. I'm pretty sure.
He got on the bath sauce and decided to cut his pecker off and then dove off the building and it didn't kill him.
Yeah, he didn't die.
Oh gosh.
So now he's got a little stubby.
Yeah.
It's gone.
What is that guy's name?
Who would do that?
I don't know.
I mean, why would you take something that makes you like, ching?
Yeah. Yeah, in no way. Now, like, just those two stories, I would never eat bath salts. Yeah. Like, I could hear just...
But what would make you go, man, look at that bath salt. I think I want to eat some of that.
Well, how crystal meth is like rat poison and stuff in there. Dude. Like, we can't even use ammonia. I think it was ammonia nitrate or one of the fertilizers that we used to always use.
Yeah.
You can't even use it now because freaking meth heads were like so bad on it. I mean, like, and it would like half the time they'd get blown up.
Yeah.
Like trying to make it and like die. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, good gosh, man.
Did you see that video? As some farmer, he had all these protesters on his land, and he sprayed them with a bunch of damn shit.
No, really?
You know how y'all, he had that big old tank, and he had that joker spread out. And dude came up in there, blasted all of them with
That's hilarious.
Dude, I was laughing. I was like, man, that's funny.
Why were they protesting? Man?
I have no idea what it was about, but he came rolling in there with that tractor and that thing.
Well, I'm glad.
Shit everywhere.
I'm glad. That's a man.
You can see people like gagging and stuff. And I'm like, that's what they get.
Yeah. Man, that's what I don't know. And if we talk about, like, clearly things are too easy when people protest everything. I mean, everything, man. And that
cancel culture.
It's terrible.
It's social media's fault.
It is. I think a lot of it.
Imagine if none of that was there and you couldn't look on your phone every day and get mad at looking at something. You never even know what was going on.
Yep.
Yeah. Did any one of y'all watch Mandalorian?
No, not yet, but I think I'm about to start.
It's pretty dang good, and I'm not even a Star Wars fan. You watch it?
No, I've never. No, Star Trek, Star Wars, never watched any.
See, I'm the same way. I don't get into it.
You're missing out on Star Wars.
Well,
not the new ones. The new ones are ass crack.
See, the only ones I really I liked Darth Vader. I always liked him, but I'm not a big Star Wars guy.
Now I watch Spaceballs.
Now Spaceballs is a classic. That is a classic.
I love Spaceballs.
You're a Mog, man. You're half man, half dog. I like it. He's like, barf.
I love me some Spaceballs.
The Schwartz. May the Schwartz be with you.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Yeah. Dude, hey, that's Young Frankenstein's my favorite movie. That's Mel Brooks, man. He made Spaceballs, Blazing Saddles. I want to see him make Blazing Saddles today. Wow.
I don't know if he can get away with that one.
I think everybody needs to watch that.
I do too. But man, what were we talking about? Oh, The Mandalorian though. I started watching it, and it's pretty dang good. It ain't like your typical Star Wars stuff, but I got a real kick out of it. There's this chick in there, and she was actually a MMA fighter. She was pretty like top level. I don't remember Cara Gardano.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh.
Cara is her first name.
No. Gina Carano.
Gina, that's it. Yeah.
Gina Carano.
She's bad to the bone in that show.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see where they were protesting wanting her kicked off the show?
No.
For what?
She's not a liberal.
Oh.
And she'll like actually, because I follow her on Instagram, and she'll put up a thing like basically blasting them, making people wear masks, blasting the vaccine. And there was like a trending hashtag of like fire, whatever her name. And it's like, it drives me nuts that they've gotten to a point where if you even like have a differing opinion, then you shouldn't even be able to work.
Yep. Why do you think? I mean, why do you think you see guys like Chris Pratt? I mean, people know that dude is,
Yeah.
he's not, but you don't ever really see him saying anything. You know what I'm saying? And like, you just they freaking level you.
Yeah, and they've tried to level him.
Yep.
That did you see where Ellen Page is now Elliot Page?
No.
You know the chick from Juno?
Yes.
She is now a dude.
Uh-huh.
And I say that with air quotes because she's certainly a girl. She's a woman, and she was born biologically a woman, and she can get a fake wiener put on, and she's still a woman. Like, I don't care. And her name is now Elliot Page.
Dude, have y'all seen the videos of a reverse penis, a penis reversal?
I don't guess so. What
Dude,
is-
I don't know. Like,
No,
I
ain't YouTube that.
no, like, I don't know why. I didn't YouTube it either.
I'm wondering how to get this pecker taken off.
Dude, not taken off, bro.
Hold on.
Inverted into a vagina.
Oh, that's what they do?
Yes. They don't cut it off, bro. Dude, you see this stuff? And like you were just saying, like, why somebody would just look at bath salts and be like, I just want to eat that. Like, I don't understand, like, why somebody would understand the procedure that's about to happen.
Well,
I don't care how bad you want to be a woman. The shit they do to you is dude, they skin your dong and just basically start peeling everything back and make it a freaking an orifice.
If you got a little pecker, you're going to have a shallow vagina.
Dude, it is unreal. I remember sitting there, like, watching the video like, oh my God.
No, man, that's well, and all that goes to me. Well, and it's called, gender dysphoria. I mean, it is a, and I mean, people. I say some people. Most likely, I feel like honestly at this point, if people have listened to enough of like my podcast, they're probably not some raging liberal sitting here screaming like listening to us. But I mean,
Not yet.
But the mental illness, man, it's gender dysphoria, and Ben Shapiro talks about it all the time. Like it's
You have a problem.
You do, and it is
big time.
It is bizarre that like our society now like accepts this problem.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
Well, it's just like here lately I've been watching TV, and they got some kind of like drag show with these dudes dressed up as women.
RuPaul?
And I'm like, why?
what it is.
I'm like, why in the hell is that showing up on my TV?
Yeah.
Like, my little girl don't need to see that.
No.
Like, that has no business being on my TV. Like, my brother-in-law, like my nephew, he's in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And they got books like in the library that say, well, some people can have like two mamas or two dad. Bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm not gonna be a good dad with my parents. Because when if Ken comes home and says, "Daddy, this is what I'm like, oh, okay, we finna go up there and talk."
Yeah.
Like that don't work for me.
No, and I mean, honestly, I think that more people need to stand up.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what I think it is.
Dude, you don't.
And I mean, we are this. I mean, I can say confidently, this is my most non-politically correct episode right here. But like, I mean, it's true, man. I mean, and that's what, like I said, with Chris Pratt, he was getting blasted by that chick, Ellen Page, because he goes to church,
Right.
and she said he was a homophobe.
Yep.
Because he goes to church.
Right.
And Chris was like, anybody, like he had to weight it kind of politically to keep from just, I mean, because he knows, man, if he like came out and just flat out said his beliefs, he would never be in another movie.
Nope.
And
No, that's why I feel bad, because I think some of them folks, they can't say nothing, because
No.
if they do, they're done.
I had a guy on the podcast, I can't remember which guest it was. I'm not going to say his name anyways, but he makes some stuff that like A-list celebrity buys, and he told me that there's this dude that's like and he wouldn't tell me his name, but it's an A-list celebrity. He was like, he's literally like at the top of the chain of like movie stars. He said, if you saw him, like you would assume he is a raging liberal, like all the rest of them. He said, his house, he said he has a trophy room of like all the different wild animals and game that he hunts.
Yeah.
And he's got like the biggest arsenal of guns you'd ever see. But he said he said you would have no earthly idea
Of who it would be.
who it is, because he said the guy can never tell you. Like nobody can know because it
think
would
it's Brad
ruin it.
Pitt.
I've wondered. Brad, but see, Brad's a gun guy.
Yep.
I don't know. And part of me just wants it to be Brad Pitt.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of. Me too. Me too. Because he's played some super bad to the bone roles. You know what I mean?
has.
I'm going with Billy Bob Thornton.
But that almost wouldn't
Yeah,
shock
but it would.
me,
But it
though.
wouldn't surprise me though.
Yeah, that wouldn't shock me as much.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, I don't really know if Brad Pitt would. I mean, I guess it would be maybe surprising, but it wouldn't be as I don't know. I guess you would expect that.
Yeah.
If he's saying you would never expect it.
Well, I mean, Brad is who I was envisioning.
Yeah.
Brad's from Missouri.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, there's a chance, man. I mean, but I know he's a gun guy because I'm pretty sure Jesse James, like, built him a, like, custom 1911.
Yeah.
So he's into guns, but he said some pretty liberal stuff. But, yeah, like I say, I mean, he's, like, one of my favorite actors. So I'm like, man, maybe it's Brad.
Yeah.
It could be.
Did y'all see Legends of the Fall? That's, like, one of the most badass movies.
I think I've seen it. I can't. It's been a while.
I haven't seen it. I'm pretty sure I watched it way back in the day, but I haven't.
Man, that one. I mean, Troy is obviously like
yeah.
a freaking legit.
Did
hit
watch
movie.
7 the other day.
What's the
For the
one
first
where
time?
they,
No. It'd been a while, but I rewatched it and I appreciated it a little
Yeah.
more. The first couple times I watched it, I was kind of like, nah, you know.
Oh man, I love
But
Seven.
no, I watched it this last time. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
like this is actually a pretty damn good movie.
It is.
What's
It
that
is.
last war movie Brad Pitt was in?
Fury?
Fury.
Yeah.
I got a buddy of mine that was in the army. He said, dude, that's probably like one of the like closest kind of like
Realistic.
realistic type war movies that you can see.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Now I liked Inglorious Bastards
Yeah,
too.
Glorious Bastards. Yes, sir.
That's where he's hunting Nazis.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because they like mow down Adolf at the end of that.
Oh
I think.
man, yeah. Oh yeah. Totally fiction. But now something you can tell how bad a lot of my history is. I did not realize that the Inglorious Bastards were actually like a real crew of dudes back in the day.
I don't guess I
Yes,
did.
sir. For real, they were a real
Really?
yeah, man.
Like they went around scalping Nazis.
I don't know if they scalped them, but they liked killing them.
Dang,
For sure.
Well,
It was
that's
a
pretty cool.
group of Jewish American dudes, and one of the old dudes that he could barely talk. He said our favorite thing to do was to kill Nazis. We wanted to kill Germans, and that's what we did.
Hey man, that's more power to him, dude. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
you oughta watch it
Especially
now.
as a Jew.
Yeah, man, the Inglorious Bastards, they were a real crew.
I will. I just assumed that was just something Quentin came up with.
Yeah, it was like legit, like a militia style.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's pretty legit.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
look into it.
We'll watch Legends of the Fall.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
It's really long, but it's like three brothers, and Pitt is just, that was like one of the ones that's like, man, he's legit in that movie because he was really young.
Right.
But it's like one brother is kind of like the conservative, and this takes place back the First World War. I'm pretty sure. I think that's right. I may be off on the time. That one was in the 1900s. That's probably right. It's probably around the First World War. And it's three brothers. Brad Pitt, I think he's the middle brother, but he's wild as shit in the movie. And they all join the military. The youngest brother, he's kind of like a real soft. He's kind of a pansy. Oldest brother, he's like a conservative businessman kind of guy. They go into the military, and Pitt ends up like being like a freaking throat slitting machine in there. And he like kind of goes crazy though. I mean, at one point he winds up like on basically like a Somalian pirate ship type thing. He's got like a giant beard, and they're like killing like whales or something like. But it's freaking awesome, and the chicks all want him, and he's like the shittiest to the women in that movie.
That's real life stuff right there.
That's pretty
anyway.
much how it goes.
It is the dude that like provides for the chick.
Yeah.
she like wants no part of him. And Brad Pitt, he like comes and just cracks her and is like, I'm going to be gone for 8 months doing peyote on a pirate ship and I'll be back. But it's a good movie.
Man, speaking of like shows, y'all watch Yellowstone?
Oh man, yes.
Dude, I finally
That's
caught
another
up.
one I haven't.
I caught up on it because they ran it again all 3 seasons, dude. And the way it ended, I was just like, what is going on?
Oh man.
I'm like, oh, and then Rip's the last one standing, it looks like. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Rip's about to rip.
Rip is a bad dude, man.
The only problem I have with Rip is I can't get out of my head because he was Too Fast, Too Furious. He was the Columbia dude. He was real skinny, and I'm just like, I can't get that out of my head.
I had forgotten he was in that.
I
At
mean,
first.
you're a beast on here, but I still I see you with like a cigar, like in Miami.
Yeah.
Like you got me all screwed
Let me move that.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna scoot that.
So
Are y'all hot? Are you
No,
good?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Man, Rip is bad. But I like him because I found him on Instagram and he hunts.
Oh yeah, he's legit. He gets out. He's a legit dude.
Yeah,
He plays that character really well.
He does.
I like Kevin Costner. You know, Kevin Costner's a liberal.
he is, and I
But
wish he wasn't, but he is so.
He's a beast when it comes to like westerns.
Oh
and
man,
stuff.
Open Range. That's a classic.
Oh yeah,
But-
yeah, all of them. Yeah,
That-
he's got a wide earth.
yeah.
And it's good.
Well, it's a long movie, but hell, I like Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, Dancing with Wolves.
that's
Yeah.
a good one. Yeah.
All of them, man. He's a beast at that kind of stuff.
They got a
What
new
about
one.
Waterworld?
That's a good
I
movie.
don't know that I've seen Waterworld.
What?
You ain't seen Waterworld?
I don't know. What is that one about?
That is a class. It's where the whole earth is flooded.
Yeah, the whole
I
earth
ain't
flooded.
seen it.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch that tonight.
Is it a Western?
No. No, it's what
It's
it
kinda
says,
sci-fi.
Waterworld.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but-
And Kevin's in it.
So they,
Yeah, it's legit,
from what
it's
I
good.
understand, I remember my mom telling me this back in the day. She said there was so much money put into this movie. It was hyped up so much.
Yeah.
Big actors in it, stuff like that, and it apparently bombed.
Okay, well,
they-
it's
good now.
Yeah, but people like raise that like there's like several reviews like saying it's probably one of the worst movies of all time. But I love it. I've always liked it.
So is it like a cult classic kind of thing, or
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
I'll watch it.
Dude, Waterworld's good.
Yeah, it's
I
legit.
will. I'll check
Yeah,
it
it's
out.
good.
I'm always down that. What about Howard the Duck? Have either one of y'all seen that
I ain't
one?
never seen Howard
Never
the
seen
Duck.
that.
All right, now see, now you've piqued my cult classic now. You ain't ever seen Howard the Duck,
No.
man? Have you ever heard of it?
Your favorite movie's Young Frankenstein. I've never seen Howard the Duck.
Have you ever seen Young Frankenstein?
Yes.
Have you seen it, Chris?
I think so. I'm not sure.
It's the greatest movie ever made. The only one that comes close is Braveheart. No, man, Howard the Duck. This is it's almost hard to even describe this movie.
It sounds like Howard's a duck.
He is. It's a little guy, and I hadn't watched it in a while, but basically, a duck gets like transported to Earth, but he's like a little duck man. And the guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, have you seen that?
Yes.
Do you remember the guy that's like No, not Ben Stein. The principal that goes to his house.
Yeah.
All right, he's in it. He gets like possessed in the movie, and at some point they're in like a fast food or a little restaurant, and he shoots like laser beams out of his eyes and like is trying to kill him.
That sounds like a good movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
It is a great movie. Look, I'm gonna pull up just the picture of Howard. I'm pretty sure, hell, Steven Spielberg might have directed that movie. I can't believe neither one of you have seen
I don't know that I've
Howard.
ever heard of Howard the Duck.
That and Michael. No, never mind. That's why is it showing me? Oh, that's different. The chick from Back to the Future's in it. Tim Robbins is in it. No, Steven Spielberg did not direct it, but yeah, it's got a very bad 4.7 out of 10 rating on IMDb. There's Howard. Yeah. I think he ends up hooking up with that chick before it ends.
I
Dang.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I'm watching that movie.
Dude, you would like it. I'm telling you, Howard the Duck is a good movie. What about Evil Dead?
I don't think I've seen Evil Dead.
Now you would like it because you're like a gore fest kind of guy.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and I don't care for the gore, but Evil Dead is the goriest movie I've ever seen in my life. But it was filmed in Tennessee.
Maybe I have seen it, but I don't know. I have to read. I feel like I would remember
if
it.
you hadn't. Actually, I'm wearing a shirt. Is this the shirt? The guy with the chainsaw on his
Yep.
That's, that's him. That's Ash. And he has his hand gets possessed. He reads from the Necronomicon, which is the Book of the Dead. It's like a group of friends, and a tree like rapes a girl in it, and then they become zombies, and they all get they get demonly possessed, and his hand gets possessed, and he has to chop his hand off, and he sticks a chainsaw on there, and he like that's his weapon now. Chris, you're a big fan of that movie, if I remember right.
What, Evil Dead? Yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen it.
Dude, Chris, look, this guy has like two movies, Tombstone and freaking
Rocky.
Rocky's awesome,
Rocky.
yeah.
Okay, so maybe three of them. Tombstone, freaking why am I drawing such a blank here right now? Forrest Gump and
Forrest Gump's classic.
See, Tom Hanks is another one, man. He's a huge liberal, but he's such a good actor.
Really
I can kind of overlook it.
Yeah.
Do you think he's a pedophile?
Man,
Did it come out that he's a pedophile?
No.
Well, you know that they did.
Epstein's Island or something.
So it was all this crap was coming out, and they moved to Greece.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And I mean, and
suspicious.
it's suspicious.
He's guilty.
And he's and this is my uncle traced our bloodline. He gets into the
like the
what is it, DNA or ancestry?
Ancestry.
I am like probably like 23rd cousins of Tom Hanks.
Really?
Yeah, I am actually kin to him some very distant way, and I'm actually kin to Nancy Hanks, who is Abraham Lincoln's mother.
What?
Well, you are a rowdy son.
I know, man. We freed the slaves. Chris, have you ever looked up yours? Hatcher.
No.
Sounds like this was like I'm envisioning like some frontiersman that chopped people's heads off or something like
it could have been. I've never looked at it. I got, most of the Hatchers where it used to be were from Mississippi. So, I don't know. I've never.
What is Hatcher? Is that Irish?
Hell, I ain't got a clue.
I think I got something Scottish in me or something. We were like, hell, my great ancestors, they were like wagon makers, farmers and wagon makers or something.
I don't know. If you didn't have to pay to look it up, I'd probably look it up. But
yeah.
I'm a tight ass, and I don't feel like paying to see.
I've always been told we're mostly Cherokee and German, but now I don't know. I don't know what we are.
Cherokee. So you have some Cherokee in you?
Yeah, for sure. My
your mom's side?
My papa on my mom's dad, he was like half Cherokee, and his grandpa was like full-blooded Cherokee,
really?
Native American. Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Dang.
I don't think I got any Indian in my blood.
I don't think I do either. I grow way too much facial hair to have any Indian in me.
Yeah.
My papa dude had like jet black hair, hardly any facial hair.
Speaking, I was so disappointed. Dude, my beard had gotten pretty rowdy there for a minute. What was that? About like 6 or 7 months?
Yeah, probably.
My goal, which I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
I wanted to grow a beard for a year.
Yeah.
Call it a year or whatever.
Yeah.
A year.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called, a year. And, my wife absolutely hates it, but I'm like, I just want to do it one time.
You got to do it.
Grow it for a year.
Yeah.
And I was at like 6 almost, and it was it was as long as I've ever had it, but my brother-in-law was supposed to get married, and he's like, fixing to be wife's like, you can't have that.
What?
And I'm like, I was arguing with my wife. I'm like, man, if I want a beard, I'm going to keep my beard.
What difference does it make
But
if
then
you
at the same time, like, well, it's their day, whatever, I'll cut. So I cut it. They're supposed to get married in like August. I thought it was going to happen.
I just still don't see how it matters. Like, you're a groomsman. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
She's not marrying you.
But I cut it off, and then COVID, all that stuff fired, and it didn't happen. And I was so mad. I was like, no.
Yeah. Because, that was one of the things when Brandon and Alicia got married as a groomsman. And at that time, it was I'm getting close to mine being as long as it's ever been, but like it was long, and I mean I was like, I'm not shaving my beard.
Yeah. So
and they were like, no, we don't want you
they're
to
supposed
shave.
to get married this time in end of February, and where I'm at now, I'm like, I can go ahead and let it go.
Let it just keep going.
So I figure I'm just gonna start from like basically I'm gonna say January, and ride it all the way through. I said I ain't cutting it.
Yep.
I said I'm gonna let this joker ride.
The only thing I tell you, I trim my mustache.
Oh yeah, I got to. I can't
it'll
take it
go
in my
mouth.
The only thing, my beard, when it was getting long, I got a wavy beard.
Oh,
it
really?
likes to like.
Mine will wave sometimes. I have good beard days and bad beard days.
I feel like a yuppie. I'll be watching beard videos on YouTube and stuff. I'm like, man, I'm gonna check this dude out. Some dudes got some.
As it gets longer, it actually does better.
I figure it would straighten out because you got more weight.
It does. It pulls it down. Yeah.
I was probably like, I don't know, about right here maybe. Yeah. And it would just wave right here. And I'm like, why do I got this giant dent right here?
No, mine does it still. It'll do it right here.
So I would take my wife's
curl to
it. Brush and a hair dryer and fold it out and straight. But then I don't like the look of like a perfectly
straight beard
because it don't look natural no more.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm gonna let this joker ride.
I have to trim even the sides here because mine, if my sideburns and stuff will get as long as all this, so it would be like just going out.
You're the epitome of beard.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like I could probably become Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just I want to do it. I can grow a pretty good beard, and I said, man, I'm gonna do it one time. And just let it ride.
Well, do it, man.
So now I'm at a point now where I can let it keep going, and because they said if they don't get married this time, they're just gonna go to the courthouse. So now I'm not even worried about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna let this jewel ride. I told my wife, I was like, you're gonna hate me. We got another kid on the way, by the way.
Oh man, congratulations!
Yeah, it's due July 3rd.
Awesome.
I'm like, I don't know what's up with us and freaking holiday babies. One's Christmas, now this one's gonna be on the 4th of July.
It's gonna be like the most patriotic baby ever.
Eagles are gonna be screaming. And we're doing old school. We're not gonna find out what it is till it's born.
Oh, that's cool.
So
man, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be hard. I'd want to know so bad.
Well,
that's what I said. I said, y'all ain't gonna make it.
Well, I hope my little girl don't ever see the video when we did a gender reveal because I wanted a boy.
Yeah,
so bad.
What'd you do?
When I found out we were having a girl, I was just like, no, like devastated. For maybe a couple hours. After that, I was like, man, you know what? It really don't matter. But like this time around, like,
so now you're gonna have another girl.
Probably.
Yep.
I'm already set on being a girl dad. It's probably gonna happen.
Hey, it's nothing like little girls, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't care this time. So I'm like, shoot, we'll ride this thing. I say it'd make the birth like that more exciting.
Oh, it would. It'd be.
You'd be like, what is it? What is it?
Yeah. Everybody, you're gonna be it'd be super exciting to not know what it is.
Yeah, because I remember when my wife did the room, it was all like neutral.
Yeah.
So like we got I think it's got like pink stuff on the windows or something. We had to take it down, but besides that, everything can stay pretty much the same.
Man, that's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, man, I got another one. Got one out of diapers, going back into diapers. I just shook my head. Found out on Halloween.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we was going out to Arlington because they still did a big trick-or-treat thing out there.
Yeah.
And we had to stop by Kroger to get a few things. My wife's like, I want some wine, but I think I might be pregnant. I'm like, what? No way. And I was like, well, hell, buy a test in there and take it in there and find out. And if it's negative, buy you some wine.
Yeah.
Well, she comes out. She's like, well, I couldn't take it in there. So we went to Walgreens.
So she pissed in the parking lot.
No, we went to Walgreens. So she goes in there and does it, comes out, and she's like, and I'm like, well, I ain't believing this shit. I don't ever believe it. And I'm like, no. So anyway, she takes another, like the next morning, I'm like, as soon as the pee hit it, that joker was like, boom, positive. And I'm like, I don't ever believe it till the doctor says, yes, there's something in there. Well, now, like this time, I'm thinking it's old Terry. It's a boy. If it's a boy, I'm naming that sucker Terry. But, like, she's like, this pregnancy here is like totally different from the first time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it might be a boy boiling in there in the oven. I don't know. It don't matter to me. And I told her I got to buy another old truck because it ain't fair for Ken's to have one and this one not.
Yeah.
So I got to try.
That's a good excuse to get you another truck.
Yeah. So
That's
I had two of them.
I'm gonna tell Marcy that they need a '69 Camaro for one of them.
I'm like, look, when I bought that blue truck, so I'm gonna buy Ken's a truck, and then I got that blue truck. Now I'm like, well, now I got another one on the way. So now maybe I'll find an old Ford somewhere.
Yeah.
Build it, and then we'll just have Ford and Chevy wars.
And have a rivalry there.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I want to know when old Brent here is gonna have one coming down the pipe.
Listen, I got too much going on. I got too much going on, man. I like to be able to pick up and go when I want to go.
You can do that. You can do that with a kid.
You cannot do that.
I do.
You did not.
If I go to the store, I grab the kid and I go.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a lot of responsibility.
I'm telling you, man, it sounds cheesy, but it ain't nothing like having kids.
No, I've laughed harder at my little girl than I've ever laughed. She makes me laugh so bad.
I have nothing against kids. I just...
No, I know you, but I'm saying I don't think you realize I think how much you'd benefit and enjoy having kids.
Yeah. Are you going to be that one guy, like every juvenile hunt, with his lip poked out because he don't have a kid to take hunting?
No.
And then are you going to be that guy when
No,
your
you
kid
know what? Matter of
you're
fact,
70?
it pisses me off when I see them juveniles kill the deer I'm hunting.
Brent's like, yeah.
That's a joke.
Yeah,
That's a joke.
He's graduating today.
Yeah. He's got Alzheimer's. He's
Yeah,
like,
he's
which
freaking
one is
old
it
as
up there?
shit. Did they call your name, son?
Yeah.
Pop all in the pickup line.
How old, and Lauren, is she the same age as you or is she younger? Is she
No,
my
we're
age?
same age.
Okay.
We're same age.
See, man, the biological clock, man, is ticking.
Dude, that's not real. That is not real. Read a book.
It's ticking.
Yeah.
Tell him, Chris.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it's time to lay that
Listen,
pipe,
dude.
son.
It is.
Listen,
Come on.
Listen, Mr. Potent. I don't...
Yeah, I don't, I'm blessed in that. I get it could be her, maybe not me. I don't know. Some
Yeah.
people try to have kids forever and it just can't happen.
Yeah.
Me, I get 2 sticks, we pregnant. I don't know if it's me or her. I don't know.
Were y'all trying?
Yeah. My
Okay.
wife, which I was good with one, to be honest with you. I'm like, man, I'm fine with one. But then my wife's like, well, she needs somebody, when she gets older, we're going to die. Everybody's going to die. And
Yeah.
I understand that.
Oh, yeah.
She don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was like, I agree with that. So we went ahead and decided. But she never got back on no. I'm surprised it didn't happen earlier, but
Yeah.
it did. But, yeah. So we got another one on the way. And then I always say you get past that first 6 months and then you start,
Yeah.
easing it on out.
Cruise control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the first month you get them, all they do is eat, sleep, and shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like you ain't even got, like Ken's would sleep forever.
Yeah.
And I'd just be like,
Yeah,
we even have a
like
kid?
puppies, man. Just sleep and grow.
and then they hit that spot and then they like, and then it finally just gets better as it goes.
Well, that's what, and now mine they'll be 3 in February. I got twins, and man, they're like, now they're fun.
Yeah, I told my wife, I was like, the age, because Ken's just turned 3.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she is so funny right now. 'Cause she's learning everything.
Yeah.
And it's just the funniest thing in the world to me.
It is.
Like, we went riding in the truck. She loves that old truck out there. We're riding down the road. Dad, Blue's a sweet boy. I'm like, yeah. But like, she picks up. She's smarter than I'll ever be already. I feel like she picks up on everything. And she loves deer.
Yeah.
She's fascinating. I'm glad about that. I hope that continues.
Oh, yeah.
So, but hopefully my little girl's gonna be a badass.
Yeah.
I don't know when she'll be in high school, but if she drives that old truck and hunting deer, I feel bad for these sissy ass boys.
Yeah, I know. Especially then, man. It's no telling how
Like, dude,
much
could
of
you imagine you
candies.
sitting there and all of a sudden you see this old blue Chevrolet come rolling up in there and they're like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. Everybody else then will be driving like some little electric car or something.
They're like, oh man, I gotta charge my car up.
Yep.
No.
I mean, do you want kids?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear you say that because you used to tell me you didn't.
I'm lying.
You don't want kids?
This is confessions.
So do you want them or not?
Yeah, eventually.
Man,
Look,
tell you,
man, your ass is you're 31.
Yeah, in February.
You got about a couple more years, and you're gonna be that dad.
Yeah, you're literally gonna be the old ass dude.
Hey, Daddy, will you throw the ball? Nah. What?
Dude, whatever, man. They say now that like 40s are your prime.
Yeah, that's that's the Peter Pan syndrome we're in these days. The dudes.
Nah, dude, I want kids, man. I want kids. I've always known myself well enough to know that I'm too selfish for kids at this point, but I know that it's getting about time, and I'm just kind of terrified of what kind of dad I'm gonna be. So I don't know.
That's
come
the thing
on,
about
man.
Kids, there's never the right time to have kids. You just gotta blow it in there and just hope for the best.
Yeah, that's what, when we were. My wife is like never wanted anything more than to be a mother.
Yeah,
and she like was ready. I mean, like when we got married, she was like ready to have kids, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm not ready yet. I mean, I want kids, but and so we were married for several years, and then we started trying, which we had a hard time.
Yeah,
and we went and we took fertility stuff.
Yeah.
We went to the fertility clinic, and the dude even. Which I got a funny story. It's pretty. This is
you had to go in there and jack off in a cup, man.
This is an interesting tale here.
You didn't tell old boy to come help you, and he did a little finger slide in the ass, did he?
Look, I'm gonna tell you, I got blindsided. All right, my wife had to go. We had to go for the thing, and they were going to check.
He did get blindsided.
They were going to check her out and see what her levels were or whatever. And I said, she was like, do you want to go? And I said, well, I'll go. I said, I ain't going to have to do nothing, Emma. And she said, no, you just got to go and I just want you to go with me. And so I said, all right, I'm going. Man, and my mom, I think, listens to some of these. But we get there and, man, and we had
This seems like a very difficult story.
This is a story that I like. As I'm telling, I'm like, why am I telling this story? First of all, we had a good time the previous night. All right. So we get in there, and the doctor is talking to us, and he's like talking to Marcy, and he says, so we'll check your levels and everything today. And he turns to me and he says, have you been checked on see what your levels are? And I was like, what?
No.
And he goes, have you been checked to know if you're, I mean, he was like, you, and I tell you, I like this guy a lot. I won't say his name on here. If somebody's having some fertility problems, needs help, you can message me. But I immediately felt good about this guy because he comes in there and we had been trying, and he opens up her file and he looks and he reads her level on something. He goes, damn, that's terrible. And so I was like, I already like this guy. But so he says, have you been checked? And I was like, no, I haven't. And he goes, all right, well, we're going to get you tested today. And I was like, and he goes, do you want to do it today? And I said, well, if I have time to think about it, I'm really not going to want to do it. So we might as well get it over with. And then so they're like, all right, so this chick brings me a little cup, and they like guide me into this room, and there is a recliner in there. And
the old casting couch.
Dude, it was a recliner in there, and like I think if I remember right, you could lay like they had like some, I guess kind of like that paper that you lay on the chair so you're not like bare ass on the chair with somebody else. And you get in there and they're like, then the chick tells you there's a cabinet up on the wall and there's a TV, and she's like, there's the cabinet.
There's material here.
Material in there. And and then she says, do what you got to do. I don't remember how she worded it, because the whole time I was like, is this happening to me right now? And I remember he even said in the room, he goes, your wife can go in there with you and help you if you need her to. And I said, there's not a chance in hell that she's going in there. So I had to go in there and, I had to go down on there and, and the walk out is the worst, man.
It's
like the nurses,
they know what you've done.
Yeah, you put it in there's a compartment in the wall. You put it in there and you knock when you're done, and like they get it. But yeah, when I walk out, the nurses are like having a good day and it's stuff, and I'm like, oh God, they all know.
This was not a good day.
No. So that was my fertility clinic story there.
Best podcast.
So hopefully when y'all get ready, you don't have that experience.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I would rather not.
I did learn I am a fertile man, though.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right.
Well, it's all out there.
Yeah, it is. It
Hell,
is.
I'm getting my stuff snipped.
Are you? Mm-hmm. Man, I just don't know. I don't know if I want.
They
If I
say
can
it's
do it.
easier for the man.
Oh, it's supposed to be a whole lot easier.
My wife's like, "Oh, you're getting it done." I'm like, I feel like a piece of your manhood goes away with that.
That's what I felt. I feel like
when you get snipped,
yeah.
Yeah, you're just kind of like,
yeah, they just tie the twos, man. Yeah, it's not like they neuter you in like a dog.
I know, but that's what it seems like in my head. I'm like,
no, if that really happened, now hell no, we ain't doing nothing.
yeah.
Well, they literally just it's one little snip of the sack, and then they tie the twos, man.
But every
Everything.
guy-
Yeah, I know.
It is easier on us, but I tell you what, the guys I've talked to always said you don't realize how much you sit on your nuts until you get it done.
Really?
Yep.
It is sore.
Yeah.
So you'll sit down, but
Oh, I've had some dudes that I worked with back when I was a machinist. One guy, he said he went and had it done, and he said he felt so good afterwards, and they were like, do not pick up anything for like 48 hours. And he said, man, I was refinishing some cabinets in my garage. And he said, I got home and he said, hell, I felt fine. So he said, I got over there and was working on these cabinets. And he said, I was like, hell, I feel all right. So he said, I bent down and he said, I squatted down. He said, and I grabbed the cabinet. I stood up with it, picked up this cabinet. He said, it felt like somebody grabbed my nutsack and just yanked that thing down. He said, my balls got as big as baseballs. So, I've heard some horror stories, man. I don't know.
I think I'll just sit on the couch.
Legs propped up.
No
Pressure anywhere.
No strain.
Oh man.
Well, I don't know. That's how Marcy and I have talked about that, and she wants me to get the snip because it's easier. But man, I don't know. Like
it's a hard road to travel down.
It is. I don't even like going to the doctor for anything, let alone them to do something down there.
Yeah. I don't know, man. As advanced as everything is nowadays, I don't think it's. I mean.
No, like it literally takes 10 minutes. Out the door.
Yeah.
It's like a pink. You're done.
But I'll tell you something that I've noticed, and y'all may have, I don't know. It seems like a lot of times when dudes get that, they get a divorce. Have you noticed that? No, a lot. It seems like a lot.
I don't know.
Baby, you don't understand. I can't do that.
That's one thing I've seen. I know several guys have gotten vasectomies and they get a divorce.
Weird.
I know.
Wonder what the science is.
I don't know. The dude that I worked with, I was telling you about, he had one done, and then a year later, his wife was pregnant.
Somebody's finna get an ass whoop.
Yeah.
See, they got a divorce.
Yeah.
That is a good reason to get one.
Yep.
You'd be like, it wasn't from this gun.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, man. So what's a cult classic that you're a fan of, though? We were talking. Well, hold on. Let's talk Yellowstone a little bit. So you hadn't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it yet. No.
The Yellowstone I like it because it to me it's modern age cattle, ranching for real.
Yeah.
And it opens your eyes up because basically how the plot goes, dude owns like a giant ranch.
Right.
Yeah, it's like 50,000 acres.
But basically, if a big corporation or the government wants it, they can get it.
Yeah.
And dude is like, you ain't taking my stuff.
Yeah.
So it kind of reminds me of, did you ever watch Sons of Anarchy?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's like a Sons of Anarchy, but a rancher version.
Yeah.
Huh.
And it's really good.
Oh, it has been, it's probably been my favorite, like, TV series.
Yeah,
Really?
like it is, I don't think the next, like it's coming out to like June or July.
Yeah, I know. Dang,
How many
I'm ready.
seasons are out of it?
Three?
And
Yeah.
the way it ended, I was just like,
Oh, my gosh, man. A cliffhanger of cliffhangers,
yeah,
man.
I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I was like, is there another episode?
Let me speak in
was
code
over.
here so we don't drop any spoilers.
Man,
Do you think she is dead in the bomb?
no,
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I don't
She
know.
was so far away,
Yeah.
but I'm wondering about the brother too, though, because somebody came in there raiding him.
Man, he's a
And he-
bad
but
dude,
He had
man.
to flip the table up.
Yeah. I ain't worried about him.
And
He-
Kevin, I guess he's gonna make it.
Kevin.
Costner, he got blasted
yeah.
on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And then you got old Rip. I'm sorry. Rip, he's the only one, and it screws me up because he's trying to figure out like what in the hell is going on.
You know, but he sees them buzzards
Yeah,
or
and
something.
somebody's done mowed the cattle down.
Yeah.
And he's just, I'm like,
Rip is
Rip is about to start ripping.
I was gonna say Rip is like the freaking Terminator, man. He
All I gotta
you
say
need to
is,
get into it, man.
don't
Yeah.
get took to the train station.
Yeah, you don't want to get there. Yeah, Rip. I've been trying like hell to get him on the podcast. Cole Hauser
Yeah,
that plays Rip.
Yeah.
It's like, man, he'd be a cool one to get on
Yeah,
here.
man.
Because he seems like a legit dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rip is. I feel like Rip would probably be your favorite on there. He's a gangster on that show, and I mean, he just don't take no shit from nobody. Like, I loved when they put the bull in the bar.
Yeah. Hey, like I felt like I literally, I don't know why. I don't know if like Paramount does that. It won't let you record like season 1, 2, and 3. Like you can have like one season on
Really?
TV and that's it. It won't record the other.
Y'all have Sling?
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, what do you? Well, it's the cable we got, but it's like internet cable.
Oh no, it's direct TV.
I got you.
And so you hit record, but like my Primo shows on Outdoor Channel, it records, every new one that comes on, it saves it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, I don't know if it's like, because they want you to buy the seasons.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, it's got to be Paramount or one of them doing it to where you can't record all of them.
Yeah.
So I had to sit in the house from like 8 o'clock to midnight, like watching Yellowstone, so I could, get caught back up. Cause
Yeah.
like, I was so spotty on catching it on TV. I was like, I done missed so much. And dude, when it got to season 3, and then when that way it ended, I was just like,
Oh, when did you watch the last one? Just recently?
yeah, they ran it. What was that, Saturday?
Oh man, so you just saw it?
Yeah.
So you're still freshly wounded right now?
Yeah, like I'm just like, man, you can't end the show like
I know,
that.
man. Hey, and Beth is a bad to the bone chick.
They're
Man,
all
dadgummit,
bad
they
bone.
are, except for freaking Jamie.
Yeah, I'm interested to see because now he done. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm curious to see what goes down
like,
with that.
yeah, he tells Rip, don't call me no more. Now I'm trying to figure out who done set him up.
Yeah, I am too, because there's like, everybody hates him. I like it, man, because, well, it's like the first big farming show.
Yeah,
That, but I like how there's obviously some far-fetched stuff in it, but you kind of learn in there, the dude owns like 53,000 acre ranch
it's like
or
the
something.
size of Rhode Island, ain't it?
Yeah, it's like a massive ranch, and the government, they're like prepared to either do like eminent domain
Yeah.
or something, and then
Right.
there's these other people trying to buy it, and it's constant struggle to keep the land in the family. He's like what his seventh
Yeah, it's like
generation,
7 generations.
and but I like it because they've got nice trucks. Like they live in the most pimped out cabin in the world.
I actually know a guy that lives by. I don't know him, but my wife's uncle does. Lives in Montana, where Yellowstone is.
Yeah.
He said the actual Yellowstone Ranch ain't shit. It's actually,
Really?
it's actually small.
Really?
Yeah.
Where they film that, I
Yeah,
guess?
where they're filming
Dang
it
it.
at.
well, that house is bad to the bone.
Yeah, I said, well, they got a sweet setup, even if they got a small ranch.
Yeah,
and,
I wonder what a
thing.
small ranch is in that state.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to go there, and
I have too.
just to see the land. But
Well, they
Talking about
got
Montana.
yeah.
Oh man, and that's the one they call Big Sky Country.
Yep.
Yeah. I've heard it's beautiful out there.
Oh yeah. Well, that I like it because they're super in debt. Like if you pay attention on the show when they talk about like they pretty much have no money. They're broke. They're just they're like, but they have. I mean, like, and I was like, man, this is the most farming accurate show I've ever seen.
Because they do own the land, but that's basically all they got.
Yeah.
Right.
They're not, and then like, them big companies or whoever comes in, I think they get offered because they want to, put that deal right in the middle of the plot.
Yeah.
It's like $600 million.
Oh, it's a crazy
and
money.
they're like, dude, you'd be set for life. And at the same time, dude's like, nope, not doing it.
Yeah, they literally offer him like a freaking crap ton of money, and he's like, no.
Yeah.
He's like, I made a promise.
Yeah.
And I guess that promise is to keep the ranch going.
Yeah, you need to watch it, man. You'd like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna start it tomorrow.
I was gonna say,
And,
you need
I
to.
enjoyed the ranch on
I did
Netflix.
too. I did too. I liked
dude,
it a
I
lot.
was like, dude, that was and I hated it ended the way it did.
I think it would have kept going, but
Dude wouldn't have got in trouble.
Yeah, and Netflix did some crap or something on there, didn't they? And they didn't Netflix get weird about like ending shows abruptly, like The Punisher, several others? They just kind of suddenly ended them.
Well, yeah, they just like canceled The Punisher.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be another season of the ranch.
I did too.
One day he gave his keys back. He ended up, buying his dad's ranch back. And I'm like, dude, where's this going? This is going to be good.
There was a lot of things they could have continued on with the ranch.
And then they're like, oh, that was the final episode. I was like, what?
Yeah. Are we messing you up, man? Do you need to go home and get in bed?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I was gonna say I wanted to check.
No, I'm just listening to the Yellowstone talk, man. I'm actually intrigued now.
Yellowstone, it'll make you want to go buy some damn cows.
Hey, look, I'll tell you what. I grew up around cattle, and we had mean cows growing up, and it made me not want anything to do with cows. Like there's two kinds, there's three, I guess. You got good cows, and then there's wild cows, and then there's mean cows. And that's what my dad and I have talked about, the difference. There is a wild cow and there's a mean cow. And
Wait, is this actual terminology?
Well, this is
cattle?
This is like cattleman's terminology.
Okay.
I don't know what they'd call it, but just I don't know. But it's the wild cows run away. Like if you go into a pasture and they see you, they run off. And we've got a lot of wild cows. But like when I was growing up, probably, I don't know, a teenager, and we had about 320 head of cattle. And I would manage them. I'm not going to say manage them, but I would check them and stuff and kind of keep an eye on them for them and put hay out at times. And when we would work them, I obviously as his son, I got roped in on working them. Mm-hmm. And we had mean cows.
They come charging.
They come at you, man. Like a wild cow runs from you. A mean cow wants to kill you. And like, that's what Dad, he told, because one of his buddies helped us one day. And the cows, I mean, they would run in the barn, which we got a thing now called a sweep tub. It's like it's really nice setup on them. But before, you would get them in the barn and you'd kind of run them in a circle, and we would cut cattle in and out to what we wanted to sell and keep. And I mean, they would try to run over you and everything. Yeah. And you could, usually it would go all right because you're in there with them. You have a stick. And I mean, like,
yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah.
Like we had to go, run the cattle up, the cows. And then they actually had a chute built, and they would come in, and I was on the gate.
Yeah.
So when their head would come in, I'd close that gate and it'd lock them in there.
Yep.
And he'd say, well, let this cow out here or here, and whatever he, sell or keep or whatever. And it was interesting.
Oh, it's
there's some work. I had this big ass whip.
Yeah.
Like, wow. But,
it is an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I mean,
it is.
Some big animals.
Oh man, you get in the barn with them. I mean, we've had some that would kill you. Like, I mean, like they were, like
that's a big animal.
It is. I mean, we had a white one. I'll never forget, man. We had a white cow. Honestly, the cows have been worse than bulls. Like most of our bulls Like you could honestly, like a lot of them that we've had, you could pet the bull. Like we had like a 2,000-pound bull. I mean, he's like, his neck is like that big, and like you could just walk up and like pat him on the neck, and he's just kind of like, but like, man, we had this white cow. I'll never forget this cow, man. It was the meanest, baddest cow I've ever seen in my life. And we got her in the barn. She was a Charolais, and she was running around in there, and she was, I mean, would run into the walls of the barn trying to hit you. Like we were, I mean, like Dad, all of us, we're like jumping over the slats on the sides of the barn to get out of her way to keep from getting obliterated. And I mean, finally all of us are like out of the little arena because we're like, she's going to freaking kill one of us. And she goes at my dad, he's outside the barn. And now this is years ago, so like if some PETA person's listening, then the time has long passed. She comes over there, and she's like, he's on the other side of it's probably, I don't know what the boards are, 2x6s or something that are put up.
Right.
He's on the other side of it, and she is just like snorting at him, like down, just pawing, like wanting to just kill him. And he has his stick, and he's like baseball bat swinging that thing, trying to turn her to get her. Because that's, you have to hit them in the nose, like when they get like that, you hit them in the nose to try to kind of deter them. And yeah, I mean, some cattle guys like cringing as I'm like saying this, but I mean, we didn't have another option at this point. Like right. she was that bad. We finally, I want to say we ended up getting her in there by somebody got in there and she ran at them, and then we were able to like get her in there. And I'm telling you, man, that's an adrenaline rush, unlike just about anything. Because I think she weighed like 1,500 pounds.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, it's a freaking huge ass animal.
Oh, dude, well, we got her to the sale barn. We got her in the trailer and put some more cows in there. We got to the sale barn, and we pull up, and they have some gates that come open, and then you open up the gates, and the cattle usually come out. And people even stand in there, and they kind of like guide the cattle.
Yeah, you ain't guiding that one.
So Dad goes, we got a bad bitch out there. They were like, oh, okay, kind of, I guess didn't really.
Kind of shrugging it off a little.
Yeah, man, she was at the front of the trailer. We opened the two doors on the back, and she is like bulldozing like domino through this thing. Like cows are like getting scooted up out of the way as she's like bulldozing her way through, and she blows out of there, and she goes running in there, and there's this dude working in there, and he has to like jump over the fence because she plows into it, and they get her in the chute, and she literally like pushes her way through the chute and is running wild, and we're like, all right, see you later.
She's y'all's now.
Yeah, so
man, I'm telling you, man, them cows. When I want
to ride a bull.
I've done that.
I want to ride a bull for like legit.
Well, I got one you can ride.
I want to see if I can make the 8 seconds. I think I can.
Yeah. See, you know what's working against you? How much do you weigh?
About 200.
You're too tall.
You're too tall and too big.
Bull riders are like 5'9", 4'9", 5 foot, 5'2",
and about 150 pounds, maybe.
Really?
Yeah, because we had a dude used to deliver batteries in the shop, and he was a bull rider, and he bulked up to like 215, and he actually, I think he told me he was on juice. He got juiced up to try to see if it helped. And he said he was awful at it when he got beefed up. Yeah. He said, I think his best, he was about 165.
Yeah. That's true, I guess. I guess when you look at them dudes, they're a bunch of little skinny looking dudes.
Yeah. You got to hold that weight on there.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about that. I mean, if you don't have that much mass to keep up there, you just better.
Yeah.
And then
I still want to do it.
You have to hold on to that sucker when it decides it wants to take off.
Yeah.
Well, that white one would have been a good one. It wouldn't have been a bull. It would have been a cow, but that would have been a good one for you to test your metal on.
Man, I'm going to tell you, if y'all ever on Instagram, y'all talking about cattle and stuff like this, and you ever look at the bearded butchers? They're out of Ohio.
I think I've heard of that.
One dude's name's Seth.
I want to say
they
I've heard
own
of that.
like White Feather Meats in Ohio.
Yeah.
And dude, like they got some really like I was kind of geeked out like on their YouTube videos because like they got butchering is a lost art.
Oh yeah, man, yeah.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, I'd love to do that.
Yeah,
Right.
like they break down deer.
Really?
Like how to make like special cuts.
Okay, I've seen their processing of deer videos.
Dude, like
because one of them has a beard, like a big
both
beard.
of them do.
Okay,
Both of them got it now. The younger brother had a small beard, but now his beard's about it's pretty good size.
Yeah,
but they run their own deal in Ohio, and I forget how I found them, but dude, once I started watching their videos, I'm like, dude, they are rowdy.
yeah.
Like today, like on his like story, he was up on his cage and he was like, fire in the hole, had his rifle, bam! Cow's dead right there. And I'm just like, dude, these guys are like legit. Like they wear like carnivore hats, like all about meat, and but they're really like you can learn a lot because like they're like they actually break. Cause like that's my problem. Like, I'm like I don't know what cut is what.
Yeah.
And like, dude, they're like, well, this is this, and they show you how to get, they got pigs. They show you how to, cut, butcher up cows. They have Wagyu on there.
Really?
Yeah, and they show you the difference between it. There's between grain fed and I guess you say organic like cows, and they got some really good information on.
I'll have to look them up some more because, like I said, I've watched their deer processing video.
Dude, I mean,
they're legit.
Yeah, I mean, they like it's called White Feather Meats, I believe, and like their setup is like you just like, you just like, and then like in my head, I'm like, I told my wife, I'm like, I could open up a meat shop in Mumford and like be legit, and I guarantee kill the game.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm not as sharp on cutting game right now, like as far as, but like you think about like when Corona hit, beef and all that went up, and like everybody wanted, like, dude, if you can get in with like your local cattlemen and like the residents know it's like legit organic.
I know one that you could hook up with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You buy their cows, and then it's all legit homegrown around here.
Yeah,
dude, tell me that meat market wouldn't explode.
Well,
and you sell it for a fair price.
Right. In our area, you'd really be on something because I just talked to I killed a doe yesterday.
Yeah,
and I took it over to Mason's. And that's who I always take to, and he was telling me, hell, I think 2 of the processors around here are about to quit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just thinking, like I was thinking about doing, after watching the Bearded Butchers, I'm like, man, I might start trying to do my own deer.
I've thought about that.
Do my own process. Yeah. And then, them guys, I think it's called Made with Meat. Yeah. You can buy like the grinder and, they show you all this different stuff. I'm like, man, if you did that and got good at it, 10 deer, like say, which I mean, some processors are high. Yeah. I mean, say you did $100 a deer and you included like some specialty cuts in there. That's pretty cheap compared to what some guys charge.
Heck yeah.
So, I mean, 10 deer, you done paid for your equipment. Yeah. So now everything you got coming in is all profit.
And I mean, if you get, if it's something you like can enjoy doing.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it wouldn't.
Well, I think that's where that's where the line's at. Like you have to, it's got to stay at where like you enjoy doing it.
But like for me, once I figured out how to do the cuts and you can roll with it like them guys do. Yeah. Did you know how many deer you could knock out? How much bank you could put back? It's ridiculous.
Man. Well,
because this year Southern, a lot of more people deer hunted this year because of COVID.
Yeah.
And they got, I've never seen that. They wouldn't even take deer.
Yeah. I think them, Hargets, and a couple others stopped taking them.
Stop taking deer.
Think what you could do if you got into it. Yeah. And I like in my head, I'm like, you got all this property on 51, dude. I could build like super like beef warehouse, do deer. Local farmers, you get in, it helps everybody. Everybody grows from it.
Well, see, I can tell you from a beef standpoint, my cousin, I bought a quarter. We had a cow slaughtered, and I bought a quarter from him. This next year, I got a bull that was one of mine, and we're going to slaughter it, and I'm going to actually get a half. He's got it now, feeding it out. Yeah. And we're going to split a half, which a half is a shit ton of meat. Yeah. Like a half, it's going to be, I mean, it'll be over 100 pounds of ground beef. Yeah. And, I don't know, probably 16 ribeyes. I mean, it's like a bunch. So, it's probably $1,000, $1,200 worth of meat. Yeah. And, that's what he was talking. We were talking about this year, 2020, you could not get a cow butchered hardly by the end of the season. It was so swamped.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you could do that, there's some really dumb laws.
I know that's the only thing is like in my head, I'm like, I feel like I'm on to something, but I'm like,
There's a lot of roadblocks.
You got to start having like people come inspect that.
There has to be an office for an inspector.
Yeah,
Yep.
inspector to come inspect the cattle and shit.
Yeah, because I asked my cousin, I was like, why don't you start? I asked him, I said, why don't you start slaughtering them and make a beef house out of it? Which he's a veterinarian, and I mean he probably, it'd be hard for him to make the time work.
Yeah.
Right.
But still, he was like, man, you got to have like a USDA inspector on site, and But I don't know, man. I personally think we're gonna see a shift back to local, and it's kind of funny. This is the first year I haven't grown sweet corn to sell in like several years.
Yeah. Right.
And this was the year that like everybody was like, man, you got any sweet corn this year? like if I had local vegetables, probably would have freaking
killed the game.
Killed it.
That's what I'm saying, especially on like rough times like now, because beef started going up. It was short.
Mm-hmm.
But man, if you had all your local guys, which I know a couple different people that run cows, and I think, is that your cousin Hurricane?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I follow him on Instagram. But I mean, you get that group of guys and people know where their beef's coming from, dude, you're gonna make money.
Yeah.
People are gonna want to buy that.
And it's better. Like and I know people are gonna think like I'm just saying this because he's my cousin, but like I'm telling you, man, it's a difference. Mm-hmm. Like the beef that I buy at the store, one, it don't last near as like if I put it in the fridge, like it starts turning like a gray pretty quick.
Yeah,
man, that kind that I get from Bobby Lee. And the shout out is Hurricane Creek Farms. Check him out, and he's got a YouTube channel. And he actually goes really into he goes in depth into like the actual process of like why they give them antibiotics.
Yeah.
And then even into the grasses, because his whole thing, he says, is if you're a beef farmer, you're actually a grass farmer because
you gotta have something for them to eat.
Yeah,
right.
You're growing that, and I mean he gets into that stuff a lot. So I mean he puts a lot of good information out. But man, I don't know. I think it's something to look into.
I'm thinking if you could get it, the biggest part would be getting it off the ground. But once it got running, I think in 10 years, man, you'd be. Because, I mean, think of the deer you get in.
Yeah.
The biggest thing with me would be, I know you can get cows. We'd need hogs because, people like pig. You have to get somebody to start messing with hogs. But, man, there is money to be made in that.
Yeah. I think so.
Because especially in times like this, why would you go to Kroger when you got a local meat market bringing in fresh meat?
They're going to try to put in a farmer's market in downtown Munford.
I'd heard that.
So, I mean, it's just like, dude, you could. It made me. I was like, man, I wish when I was younger I'd have been into like butchering, and then because once you figure that out, and say you're a beast, you can cut up a deer in 5 minutes, dude. You could roll with something like that.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, God, man, I'm thinking I'm too damn old. I'm thinking of it too damn late.
Ah, hell, you ain't.
No,
how old are
dude.
you? Shit, I didn't say how old are you.
32.
Hell, you ain't
Dude,
too old.
you plenty of
I
time.
didn't say hell. People start doing crap when they're 60.
Man, I feel like, man, something like that could really take off.
Well, freaking do
take it off.
I was gonna say,
Let's
do
go.
it.
I've seen something you've read before. I'm like, dude, and it's all because them guys. I say I watch some bearded butchers, and I'm like, that is badass.
Yes, sir.
Dude, well, there's nothing like I say this genuinely. I feel like, and I mean, you've known me a long time. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like you can vouch for me. I really like to see people go after whatever they're wanting to do.
Exactly.
Like that's what fires me up. Man, I'd love to see you do that. And I mean, like I said,
like I'm talking nice, like, especially right there on the right side of 51 in Mumford.
Yeah.
You build a nice setup, have a nice case in there. And like them guys, like they got Traeger and you got all these grills.
Yeah.
They're out there grilling during the day. Like, well, we're going to cut this tri-tip out. We're going to eat it for lunch. I mean, it's just like, dude, like, I could do that every day.
Well, freaking do it.
Yeah,
But,
man.
I want you to do
I'd
it.
have to go to I don't even know, where would you even go to butchering school?
You can find it.
Yeah.
That's what the
I was gonna
internet's
say,
for.
Yeah, there's stuff out there, man.
You just find it,
I tell you what, I would. One thing I would do is there's a thing called Master Beef Producer class.
Yeah.
Me and my cousin went through it together years ago, and he's actually gone through the advanced Master Beef Producer class. I didn't go through it. They'll help you, man. It's pretty cool, man. The state of Tennessee, they will help you pay for facilities and stuff, certain facilities. Like if you were let's say you were gonna get some of your own cattle,
Yeah.
they'll help you pay for your working facility of the cattle,
Yeah.
your hay storage, your drill you would plant the grass with,
Yeah.
and stuff. They'll pay 30%. I mean, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's how them guys we were talking about, man, they actually have their own, they got bison, they got everything, and they kind of do it all themselves. But I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, man, you see like Southern Meat in Millington, it'd be just packed out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you can peel the label back on their, I ain't trying to throw them on the bus, but you can peel the label. It came from Restaurant Depot.
Really? Yeah.
And they slapped another label on it and raised the price up. And I'm like, dude, if you could know, people knew there's,
Yep.
Yeah, that's
if people knew where their meat was legit coming from, and you had you could do even on deer, your tomahawk, it's a tomahawk deer steak on a deer.
Oh yeah.
Stuff people would want that.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think you're seeing that. I think you're going to see that. People, like I said, I've seen that on the farming aspect. People are really, which there's a lot of this organic push, which people have really unrealistic ideas about the organic farming.
Yes, they do.
I mean,
Yeah.
even them guys on there, they break it down. They have one cow that is straight grass fed, and then they got a grain fed cow. And they're like, as us Americans, we like big old slabs of freaking beef.
Yeah.
You're gonna get more beef off a grain fed cattle than you are a grass fed.
Yeah, they're going to have more fat and flavor.
Grass is more lean.
Yeah.
They don't get as big. They're actually a lot richer.
Yeah.
And then like I said, you watch that, and then you watch the Wagyu, and you're just like, my mouth starts watering. You see all the lines in there. I'm like, God bless.
Yeah. Well, see, and that was one of the funny things before I went to that Master Beef class. I didn't want fat on my steak.
Fat is
growing
where
up.
it's at.
Man, I would order a New York strip.
Yeah.
And then we get in there.
Sacrilege.
Dude, I know. And we start getting in. He starts talking about the marbling of the steaks.
Yeah.
And he's like, you want a lot of marbling.
Yeah.
That's where your flavor comes from.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. And so then after that, but I will say, this is one of the things I'm going to throw out there because somebody's listening and they undercook their damn cheeseburgers. A burger should not be pink. That's what.
I don't know. There is a medium hamburger.
Dude, it's not good, man. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, but medium is slight pink.
Medium.
But see, you don't.
Pink.
I'm telling you, man, you don't want pink in a burger.
You don't want red.
When
But that's like pork chops, though. Now, if you're cooking a big old pork loin, you don't want to dry that sumbitch out at 170.
No, you don't. But that's
it's got to be a little pink.
But
in
hold
the middle.
on, there's a difference though. Like a pork loin and steaks, they're not processed. When you run beef through a grinder, that's when the bacteria and stuff gets rolling. That's what we had a guy from University of Knoxville or whatever, and he was like, stop undercooking your burgers. He was like, he said,
I don't cook my burgers really. I mean, it may be a shade dead center, maybe.
Well, even when you go to restaurants and stuff like a nice restaurant, if you order some kind of like a ground beef, anything, burger, whatever, they'll tell you the chef suggests medium. Our chefs, suggest medium well.
Yeah, and I always say well done on that. Now a steak, I'm getting medium rare.
I want rare. I want that so much mooing when I eat.
I'm also a rare, medium rare.
I'm telling you, I used to have a problem. I told my mom one time, we'd go into Sam's, and you'd walk Sam's Club, and they have. I'm like, I just want to eat it right now. my mouth would start watering looking at a rare steak.
Chris is like a vampire.
Dude, I'm just like, I want to bite it. And like I eat meat every day.
Oh, I love meat. I'm a meat eater to the core. But no, that's what. But I'm telling you, man, you don't eat a red burger.
No, I've never ate a red burger. I'm just talking about a light haze.
I don't even want a light haze. If I see one in there, I'm like, damn. I mean, I'm like playing with fire. And that's what the guy said. He said, you might eat one forever and never have a problem. He said, but you are playing with fire. Like there's a chance of salmonella, that kind of thing.
You ever watch the on Outdoor Channel Meat Eater?
Yeah.
They undercooked that bear and they got that parasite.
Trigonosis.
And he's like, man, I hope the zombies happen because somebody eats me, they're gonna have worms.
Yeah, because it is forever in there.
Like you never get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
That's kind of I'm like I said with a burger. I'm cooking that joker.
I usually cook my burgers done. Yeah. My steak, I'm more of a rare, medium.
Yeah,
I'm the kind of guy. I go to Waffle House and order a rare steak. I play with fire, bro.
You do on that.
Man's got an iron gut.
I was gonna say I've never ordered a steak at Waffle House.
Man, I will, and I'm telling you, it'll be rare, and I'll eat the shit out of it.
Oh man, well we covered a vast array of topics tonight. But it was enjoyable.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, some of that's probably going to have to be edited out.
No.
Well, I don't know, man. You know, I try to keep it pretty raw on this show.
Pretty raw.
I just have to warn my mom.
Definitely raw.
Yeah.
Y'all be looking for Hatcher Meat Co.
Dude,
seriously, dude.
51 Highway.
Hey, man, like, do it. Just like he said, man. And dude, an idea that's not pursued, what is it?
It's wasted, man.
That's
Come on.
it. That's it, man. And you've been talking about it forever.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm thinking it would be a smash.
Well, then do it.
Let's do it.
I think it would too.
My wife probably like, I'm divorcing you. After I got my vasectomy.
It's all come full circle.
I should have known to listen during that podcast.
Well, listen. She won't do that because if she knows if it's like a legit like dream of yours and you feel like you can make something out of it, and hell, even if you don't make something out of it, it's something you want to pursue. Come on, man.
I'm not saying it's a dream, but like after watching that and just seeing where everybody's going now, because you look at any kind of panic, people freak out. Like it's terrible. Like. But I'm just saying, if you had like legit homegrown beef and people knew where it came from,
it would do good. I'm telling you, it would
be piling in that joke.
It would do good.
Make it happen.
It would.
Deer you could process in there. I mean, it's just never ending. You'd be rolling.
You need to do it for real.
Like that'd be legit.
And like I said, man, you got some connections.
I was about to say,
world.
you know the right people to talk to.
Well, I mean, like I know your cut, the Hurricane, Macklins, and then I think Lightfoot. They got their own stuff going on. I mean, that's 3 guys. That's it all helps everybody. You buy their cows and you sell their meat, make a profit, and you just keep it rolling.
Yep. I think you need to do it.
I mean,
but look, here's
y'all
the thing.
Want to become butchers? Because I'm gonna need more than just meat.
Well, I'm telling you, man. Look, start small. Just start small. You ain't gotta.
Well, see, in my head though, like when I'm looking at the building, I'm looking at like
a 50,000 square foot.
Like I'm looking at like super legit, nice, like farm style. Like I'm. It's kind of, I guess, cheeky, but like farm. Like I want to build a farmhouse. Like on Instagram, I get to looking at like white houses with the Hatcher meat on the front, dude. Your local farmers bring the cows
start small. Look, hell, like even this is still small, but like my podcast, for instance, man. When I started, I had my little table over there.
I think the thing would be to start with deer first.
Man, I would. Well, I mean, you could get your feet wet on that. But beef is what I think.
Just see how you like the market.
Well, I'm just saying, like deer, you get used because all the animals got the same cuts now. It's different, but you learn your cuts.
Yeah.
And then, once you get good at that.
If you get good at that and you can do some good, high quality cuts of beef.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And people come in there like, man, I want that 2-pound tomahawk.
Yeah. Yeah. I know some dude that's got some red deer, man. You could even have some red deer in the mix.
Yeah, some stag.
Yep.
get somebody start messing with bison, come in there and get some,
there's a bison farmer that I know real well. Yeah. Over on Holly Grove Road. I know them well. He we could probably strike up something.
I'm telling you, that is $1 million idea.
Well, we're telling you to do it. All right, Chris is going to do it. We're going to hold him to it. Everybody listening? Chris Hatcher.
I'm telling you.
I want y'all to, if in like 6 months there ain't no Hatcher beef or something, then everybody
Stay
needs
on
to
this
go.
man.
Yeah. Like he needs to freaking do it.
I just think it would be it's something you could really make some money on.
Okay. Well,
hey. Like I said,
enjoy doing it. I mean, who wouldn't enjoy going in there and cutting meat up and then cooking a brisket all day on a pellet grill?
Man, you don't even have to convince us anymore. You got our support.
Like, man.
We're in.
All right, that's the plan.
That is. All right, Chris is going to start into the beef.
So, wide variety of topics tonight, but like you said, it was
it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. Like I said, this is the Goon Squad.
Yep.
Yeah, don't take anything we say seriously.
Yeah. Except for the fact that Chris is going to start this.
Yeah, he's going to start his own butcher shop.
It is in my head.
And we're just saying he's going to do it. So, folks, you make sure that this man does it. Where can folks follow you?
What's your
Instagram?
It's C_Hatcher.
Yeah, 26.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
C_Hatcher 26.
I tell you what, y'all comment on this podcast if y'all want a new meat market in Mumford.
All right, don't be backing out
on it and say if you would come by it, I'll figure something out.
Come on now.
That's how it happens. What I say, entrepreneurs, they make it happen.
You got to make it happen, man. You don't look for opportunity. You make opportunity.
We will make it happen.
All right. Where can they follow you?
You know where it's at.
At Real Redneck Ninja.
That's right.
Go on there, follow them, get lots of wise words of wisdom. So, folks, thank you for joining me. It's been a long one. We didn't quite go Rogan. We need another hour to make it to like Rogan's level.
Right.
When you don't have to work another day, we'll do a Rogan podcast.
Yeah, we can do it.
We could easily go 3 hours.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Oh yeah.
If I was tipping it back a little bit,
I could keep talking right now. We ain't even talking about
that's what I'm saying.
Season.
I know. I did, but that's what we're at 2 hours. But I know Brent's got to this freaking guy's got to go to work tomorrow. What a loser.
Yeah.
We didn't even get to touch good. I mean, this year we caught our own crawfish.
Yeah, we did do that.
Yeah.
We do need to do a quick closeout of 2020.
Yeah.
What are you thankful for in 2020?
Man, I'll be honest, man. I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for getting to start this. I mean,
sure. I
started this. Y'all have been on it since the beginning with me.
Yeah.
And been on the train. I'm thinking that I see pretty big things coming in 2021.
Yes, sir.
And stuff that if I had been too scared to start it and do it, that wouldn't happen.
Right.
Remember that, Chris, when you start the beef
start
thing?
the meat market.
And but no, seriously, like this has been 2020 was a wild year, and I mean I had stuff that didn't go well in 2020, but it was for me probably one of my best years, honestly.
There you go.
So
there you go,
dude. Amen. I've had the best year I've had, and I can't tell you how long.
Yeah. It's been a great year.
I've been off a lot, but like I said, we caught our own crawfish, had a boil. That was badass to me.
Yeah.
And then frog gigging.
Yep.
Caught some ancient ass big bullfrogs. And I'm gonna tell you what, if y'all ain't ever had frog legs, you are missing out.
Yes, you are.
Caught more fish this year than I ever have. Got more deer hunting time in than I ever thought I would ever get to have. I kind of made fun of Brent because he got on the fire department. He didn't get to hunt, and I was like, I got to experience what it's like to hunt on like midweek.
Yes, sir.
Like, I never get to do that. So, and then work's been good, and man, it's been a damn good year. I hope it stays rolling.
Yeah.
I keep telling my wife though, I'm like, you talking about like conspiracy, I'm like, things have been going too well for us.
What's about to happen?
What is on the horizon?
What is about to happen? Because like we are doing really good right now. I'm like, what is about to just tear my ass up?
Something's lurking.
Like, something is waiting. It's just like, I'm about to get you.
Yeah.
My wife's like, you can't think like that. I'm like, well, I'm thinking like that.
That's me.
It's hard not to.
I'm like, dude, everything has been going way too good these last 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but man, definitely had a good year. I know people haven't, but it's been a damn good one for me.
So what 2021, what's it got in store for you?
Well,
I know what it's got in store.
I found out I'm going to be off again a lot more until March. So, I don't know.
It's more time to plan.
I guess we got to get to meet Meatco on the market, on the line.
I think you need to, man. Seriously.
Yeah, I think we need to get that. We need to get that. I don't know how that works. I'm not a businessman by no means. I don't even know how that shit works. But
we can figure it out.
I was going to say, there's enough stuff online now. That's one good thing with where we're at today. You can literally learn freaking anything now.
Yeah, I might have to YouTube how to make a meat market.
There's probably a video on there.
Yep.
But
what about you, Brent? What's in the horizon?
Oh man.
Well, what do you think? Yeah, tell us what you think for on 2020 and what's coming.
I mean, I started a new career. I went back to school at 30 years, almost 30 years old.
Yeah.
And never thought I would do that, and got a job that I just freaking love, and I was really, we were really unsure about it, but we dove head first into it, and just like you were talking about, just like you were talking about, man, just like it was an idea, but it was pursued. So I'm super thankful for that and glad that it's worked out. And I work with a really good crew of guys. And like Chris said, man, I know a lot of people have had some really hard times, and I know there's some people that are like, man, they can't wait to see 2020 go.
Yeah.
But
but
man, I feel like I've always got something to be thankful for. And man, I don't know, 2021, dude, I'm always full of ideas. I feel like I've always got something cranking in my mind. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Well, that's the way to be, man. I mean, that's how I am. Like, I mean, even with like starting this, I mean, it's something that I've thought about doing for a long time and just didn't do it. It was like I kind of just thrust myself into it, and I'm glad I did it.
Yes, sir.
And so, I mean,
met a lot of really cool people through it.
I have. There's opportunities that have opened that if I would have never done this, I would have never had the chance.
That's right.
So it's
man, they say success is about the people you know.
That's right.
Because you got to think. See, he started meeting people. He's getting bigger. I already got a ticket for the meat factory because his cousin, it's all about doors opening.
That's right.
There you go.
You got to know how to network, man.
All it is.
And Bobby Lee usually listens. He's a pretty avid listener of the podcast. There you go. You need to holler at Bobby Lee.
So we got to get these cows ready.
Yeah.
Boom. All right, boys. 2021 is the year.
It is. It's going to be the year.
And we didn't even talk about the election getting stolen.
I know, and I figured we'd get into that.
Oh,
but like I said, if dang Brent would quit his dang day job over here.
The man ain't ever had a job, now he gets one. He's screwing everything.
Messing up our dadgum thing. I know I was texting him gifts and stuff there, and he wouldn't even text me back. I had to send him one telling him to quit ignoring me there. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed our just all over the place episode.
Hodgepodge podcast.
We'll be back.
Yep. Thank y'all. Y'all have a blessed one, and we're looking forward to what 2021 has in stock.